It's time for a change. A new plan needs a new boss. It's time for something more surprising, more British, more Jaguar.
We've already created a beast. Now it's time for a new animal. With the same potent DNA, but even more ruthlessly efficient.
Unleash the cats.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Right away.
Go on, my pretty ones, go on. Go on. Go forth and rule the roads! Oh yes, it is good to be bad.
I'm so sorry.
I'll survive.
I don't doubt it. You're an excellent specimen. I thought you were empty.
I just moved in.
I'm Charlotte Melville.
Hi. Sorry, I must have fallen asleep.
God, I hope we haven't frightened him off.
So what if we have?
What's going on, everyone? It's Nina Infinity. Welcome to my channel on this Sunday where we review the What If episode for the season finale, episode 9 of What If. We're going to break it down. We're going to review it. We have a very special guest joining us tonight. George Molo is here.
Hello,
How
Nina.
are you, George?
Fine. How are you doing, Nina? Great to be here.
Good. I'm so happy that you're here.
I'm excited about tonight. The episode, not as much. Being with you, yes, great.
Definitely. Well, that's why we do this show, because we need some company after episodes like this. Wiki supremacy, very eloquently put. What we all experienced watching this. But yeah, so I'm very happy to you're here. You have a new channel. Please tell everyone where they can find you.
Right. You can find me at George the Giant Slayer. The promo video's up, and we'll be dropping the first video this week. So come and take a look at it. I'll be covering pop culture events and the left stranglehold on the culture and downstream politics, but just temporarily. And then I'll be sharing some movie reviews and then doing some political analysis on DC and the Swamp.
Excellent. And George's channel is in the description down below. So make sure you're subscribed, as well as all the panelists here. All the channels and their Twitters are in the description down below. Nate D with the $2 says, George!
Hey, Nikki D.
And Deranged Lunatic with a 99-cent super sticker of a rose. It's Teresa's cousin.
Yay!
Hey.
Hi, Teresa. How are you?
Hey, I'm doing fan-friggin-tastic, actually. Even though I've lost the will to live by this episode. I'll get to that later, but it's been a lovely day and did a nice bike ride and everything. I'm feeling very fine.
Excellent. Excellent. I'm so happy to be here. And this was a great transition. Deranged Lunatics super chat was a great transition to introducing you. Please tell everyone where they can find you.
Well, you can find me at Miss Martin Muses here on YouTube, where I talk about what makes me laugh, makes me cry, makes me happy, makes me sad, or just really ticks me off. Right now, I'm doing what's scaring the living daylights out of me, Terror Tuesdays on Tuesday afternoon, talking about movies, and we're going to be having Ghosts movies this Tuesday.
Oh, very cool. Very cool. I was kind of disappointed that they're going to be releasing the new Ghostbusters after Halloween. I'm like,
Yeah.
what?
Well, we knew that for a while now.
I didn't know that script.
Yeah, I didn't know that either.
It was
'Cause
originally
they
going to
keep
be on
changing the
Remembrance
dates.
Day. It was originally going to be Remembrance Day, November 11th, but they moved it.
Well, that's just stupid.
Yeah, it would have been
No.
better to be for Halloween.
Yeah, definitely. It should have been a Halloween movie. No doubt about it. I can't believe that they did that. I don't see. This is what the studios they don't know what the hell they're doing half the time. I swear to God. But Jayne, Pumpkinhead Jayne, I love you. How are you?
Doing great. How are you?
I'm good. I saw you today post that you went to some gumbo.
Yes. I went to a
crazy
gumbo cook-off. It was
cook
awesome.
off. Yeah, it was
sounds
so
good.
cool. I was like, dude, this is it. This is what life is made of.
Yeah.
Did you post about it on your TikTok?
I haven't put it on TikTok yet, but it is on Instagram.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't have your Instagram in the description down below,
That's
but check out Twitter. It's on there too.
It's on there too.
Jayne, tell everyone where they can find you.
Yeah, you can find me here on YouTube where I post movie and television reviews and occasionally some pop culture commentary. You can also find me on Twitch, Twitter, and Instagram at Jayne Theory.
Yay! Thank you, Jayne. You're so amazing. People are like, gumbo.
Gumbo, yeah.
Gumbo. Now I want gumbo.
I know. I was so jealous. I was like, very, very, very mouth-watering.
Yeah.
Very moist. I liked it.
Moist.
Oh, that escalated quickly.
Yeah, there you go.
Script Doctor.
Yes.
Happy Thanksgiving, buddy.
Thank you. Happy Thanksgiving to any and all of my Canadian friends and Canadian watchers here today. That's right. It's Thanksgiving weekend in Canada. And yeah, we're going to have either turkey, ham, whatever dead animal. That's how you celebrate.
That's how we used to do it in Canada. When it was Canada, like when I lived in Canada, I did Canadian Thanksgiving. Like we did the turkey on Canadian Thanksgiving, and then we did ham on the American Thanksgiving, so that you didn't do two turkeys in a row, kind of. But now I just celebrate the American one with the Mexicans here. It's a very weird situation. So
Which means you stuff a turkey full of ham.
Yeah. We do turkey, we do ham, we do all of it. So it's great.
Do y'all do those turduckens up in Canada?
Which ones?
The
turduckens. The turducken.
What's that?
It's like a turkey stuffed with a duck stuffed with a chicken.
Oh my God, I've never had that. Have you ever had that, Script Doctor?
No. I try to avoid things that could give me a heart attack, but I have heard of those things happening around. People like to get people of the recreational drug persuasion like to experiment with that. I've noticed, and I applaud them for their veracity.
So Jayne knows all about it.
It's big down here in the South?
Yeah.
You like it, Jayne?
That's
Is it
awesome.
It is good. I mean, it's all the flavors.
I think I would be down with this. This sounds delicious. So, and I'm getting very hungry. Nikki D, thank you so much for the $10. Says, evening, guys. Haven't been watching What If, but I look forward to hearing your review on how this episode neatly wrapped up the show with a riveting story, exciting characters, and a cohesive plot.
Is a good What If.
What is that hashtag /S? What is
sarcasm?
That? Oh, thank you, Nikki D. I get that. I agree with you. Speaking moistly is here for $5 says, stay moist, my friends. Wow. Why haven't I clipped this already? Dang it. I needed that speaking moistly. Speaking moistly, keep 2 meters apart. That was a good song. Joker Voice says, what if that actually happened? I don't know. Okay. Let's begin as always. By the way, everybody out there in the audience, I am expecting 2 guests to arrive at some point. They are a surprise guest, so we're gonna keep that a surprise until if and when they show up. So I'm not gonna say anything just in case. But yeah, it'll be cool. It'll be worth the wait. I know you wanted me to read your name, so Jedi Knight. Lego Nina's knee never gonna stop being awesome. Yay! Yay! Thank you. Midnight Mike is here for $2. Says, what if Disney hadn't bought Marvel? Wow.
Right.
Paramount would be the #1 studio and not doing all of this woke stuff.
Yeah.
I asked that about Star Wars too. What if Disney never bought Star Wars? That would be.
We wouldn't have any Star Wars movies.
Or any horrible sequels.
Exactly.
That would be for the best.
And we wouldn't have the High Republic, where they smoked a bunch of pot and then ate mushrooms and put together a storyline about a rock.
Yeah, but they named it after one that's got a crystalline core.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm waiting for the sequel. Geode has balls, 2 little kids. Like, unbelievable.
Oh my God.
Those be pebbles. Yeah.
Who are you talking about? My name is Geode. I have no idea.
I gotta say is whatever they were smoking was some pretty bad stash if they came
Yeah.
up with a rock.
I know,
Well,
Rock.
actually, the
How
writer's
dare
boyfriend came up
you.
with it, and she
Is
just
that
stole
who
the
it was?
idea.
Oh my God, is that who it was? Really?
Yep.
Yes.
Unbelievable.
Possibly done sarcastically, and she took it literally, which
How dare all of you? I hate you all.
You're reminding me of what Drew did the other night with the picture.
Oh my God, that was disturbing.
That was a head trip.
Ming the
Drew-
Merciless had better rock characters that were more believable than Geode.
Yeah.
Drew
yeah.
went-
Yeah.
I mean, Star
Female.
Wars has better rock characters than Geo. It's like they didn't even
Definitely.
look into
Galaxy
their own
Quest has
history.
a better rock character than Geode.
They do. BK Panther, thank you so much for being a member. That's amazing. Thank you. Yay. I love it. I love seeing members. Now you can use zombie Jonathan emojis and clown Fauci emoji. I will be putting the turtle sex emoji as well. People ask
That's
for
interesting.
it, and you will get it. You will get it because you want a turtle sex emoji. You got it.
Are these moist turtles?
Yes.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. Turtles apparently do it, and the male makes a really funny sound. This was a lengthy discussion on Infinite Hope. I highly recommend you check it out. I won't be getting into that here. It's riveting.
Well, considering how long it takes for the turtle to mount, I mean, it's like 3-4 weeks. So yeah, you could be pretty happy once
Jesus,
you
that's a
finally
long
achieve.
time.
They move slow.
Hey, turtles deserve happy endings too.
It's true.
Mhm.
It's true. It's true.
Make turtle sex life great again. Yeah.
Okay, so let's begin by sharing our thoughts about the episode, like we always do. Jane, what'd you think of it?
Confusing mash of trash.
Okay,
That's
was-
all I have for you.
okay, that's
That's where I
right to
am
the
now.
point. Perfect. That was excellent. Teresa, what about you?
Well, on the Padme losing the will to live scale, it was an 11 out of 10.
Oh boy.
I completely lost the will to live.
I mean, I didn't lose the will to live that much. I was a little entertained, but I get it. The ending was definitely garbage.
Yeah.
Absolute garbage. George, what about you? What do you think?
Well, let's see. I didn't want to slip my wrist, but I actually did have a good time making fun of it. So I watched it 2 or 3 times just to keep poking at it because I looked at Ultron and was like, this is like a 70s disco ball. I kept waiting for the Bee Gees to jump out. Let's see. You saw Captain Carter with a female face, half man body. I guess overall I'd give it never going to see it again, but make a hell of a lot of fun of it.
Okay. You watched it how many times?
3 times. I just had to make sure because I'm like, they can't put trash out like this. It was just beyond me. I was like, no, I'm wrong. So I just kept going back.
Shane G says, I liked it when they rolled the credits.
Yeah, I agree completely.
Yeah, that was the best part.
That was the best part. Script Doctor, what about you? What'd you think?
Much like many of the other episodes, pretty contrived and pointless.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty much with you guys. I was a little disappointed because it made no sense. Like before, like last week, we talked about how Marvel has a tendency to just kind of like shit all over their second part of a good episode. So like kind of like Endgame was for Infinity War. And this was just like that. It was like a really shitty second part to the episode. I didn't think like it made no sense that they brought Gamora in when they did because we didn't get a solo episode for her. So I didn't understand what even was the point of bringing in Gamora now. What did you guys think about that? Like seeing her.
You mean are we going into it now? You want to go into it?
Oh, we're gonna start now.
Well,
So we're gonna
when I
start
saw
talking.
when I saw her bring in, the Universal Ball Buster, Stone Buster, I was just like, what the hell? A, what is she doing? B, it goes back to what you were talking about last week with Script Doctor. You have Ultron here again, the disco ball, who's using the Infinity Stones in multiple universes when they only work in one universe. And so they showed that problem with Gamora when she brought in the Stone Crusher, where it's like, okay, we got it. And it doesn't work in this universe. Okay, but his shit is working in this universe.
Yeah,
And then
Damaj and I pointed that out last week. It was really
Yeah.
astute observation.
I mean, and then you have kind of like they turned Steve Rogers from the end game into almost like this Captain Chump, the way they handled Peggy Carter, her captain, because you had the Watcher where he turns around and goes, now, do you want to return to live your life with your love? And she's like, no, I have my duty. And of course you had Steve Rogers in Endgame, no, I'm going to go live my life. And I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, so
What?
the dude's a girl and the girl's a dude and everything's crisscrossed. Anyway, so those two things just really threw me.
Yeah.
Wait, the ending was like she was forced to go back to time, and she's like, "Don't I get my happy ending?" And he's like, "No, the world needs Captain Carter." So she wanted to go to another
But
time, but
is
she
that what
wasn't
you-
given an option.
But did you get that from, see, I didn't get that from that when she was responding back. She was asking it almost like, did she get the opportunity? At least that's what I thought.
Yeah, I thought
No,
it was
I
a choice
mean-
she made.
No, like she didn't even get a choice.
No, she didn't get a choice because she was like, "When do I get my happy endings?"
Yeah.
And he was
Right.
like, "Your universe needs you, so you
Yeah.
have to go back to where you are."
Mm.
Whereas in like Black Widow was like, "Well, I ain't got nothing left
Right.
left to live
And then
for,
he didn't
so
give her a
fuck you up."
choice. Yeah, so
You
she was
didn't-
just
yeah.
forced into another. She was
I
forced
almost-
into Steve Rogers and Captain Marvel as the Avengers fighting Loki. Which is that good? Is that bad? I don't know.
I almost took it like when she nodded, it was more of an acceptance. Like, yeah, this is cool. It's what you want to do. That's how I took it. But I see your point.
Yeah, I don't know. It seemed to me like that's what. But it could, I
Yeah.
guess, it could be taken as both ways. That goes to show how great the writing is for this episode.
It's just even again the way they had the Watcher do that compared to Steve wanting to give up his duties. You know, it's like, yeah, I want to go live my life, go back to that dance, and have my girl and lead the rest of my life. Forget the rest of the world. I'm done.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
just weird.
There's a Pegging Carter. She is in her universe. She's BFFs with Black Widow, and they're. This is how the episode starts. Is we see her doing her mission. They're trying to track down, what was the guy's name?
Baltrock.
Yeah, that one. And then she gives like Black Widow this like winking face, which was kind of cringe because it was very like manly, like I'm such a man, but we're not lesbians together. But we're
She
friends.
turned down
I
Bernard. We don't know.
can't see it. Oh man.
I would have taken Bernard the accountant because they at least make money.
Well, not only that, I mean, Bernard the accountant just came back with a tax incentive. I mean, that's a good thing that that follows the phrase Bernard the accountant. And she says nothing ever good follows the phrase Bernard the accountant. I'm like, no, I can come up with a lot of things.
This is the Bernard the accountant guy, right?
No, that's
No,
just
no,
Baltrock.
no. Baltrock.
Wait,
Oh
sorry.
yeah, that's Beltron. Never mind.
Yeah.
God,
I'd
I've
buy
already
shoes
forgotten
with
this
the money.
episode.
Well, here's the other part too. So she dives into the water, and then when she gets aboard, her hair is back to normal, perfectly positioned, not
Yeah,
wet,
it was crazy.
Yeah. And of course,
not wearing
she
a helmet
kicks
like
everybody's
Steve
ass.
Rogers.
No, because she's stronger.
Yeah, she kicks this guy's ass, and then all of a sudden she starts tripping out, and she's like,
Whoa.
"Yo, man, what's that? You see that too? Because I feel like I'm tripping."
Yeah, again,
balls over here.
it's the giant Mr. Clean. I swear, every time I see him, it's like I want him to take a squeegee and a mop and like,
Oh
I'm gonna
my
go clean up the
God.
universe. I just can't look at him without laughing.
You're right. I didn't see it before, but now I can't not see it.
And look at him. When you squint a little bit when you look at the picture, it's like it's Mr. Clean.
It's like it's like race swapped Mr. Clean because he's black now too. Ian So Forth, thank you so much for the 5, says, like Turtle Fun, it was a long wait for a strange sounding climax. Wow. Nicely done. Nicely done.
Absolutely.
That was a great super chat. Thank you so much for that. Punk Waddle says, so this is the what if intro for pegging winter soldiers.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
No.
Oof.
Pretty much.
Well, what do you think Steve Rogers is? Maybe he's the Winter Soldier of in the Hydra Stomper.
I think he is, right? That was the whole point. But
Maybe, yeah. Something could have happened to him. Because, you know, the regular Bucky, he did not lose his arm and vanish off the train, so.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
because
then
you ended up
there's
having
this scene.
Hawkeye get his arm.
Why didn't Hawkeye get his arm?
No, I was saying it's like in these episodes, it made it seem like Hawkeye got the arm instead of Bucky.
Oh, yeah. It did kind of seem like that. And then we see this, which was kind of a little bit interesting because I was like, oh, so that's what happened to Peter Quill. Because remember when we're like all like, oh, did they just kill him off? Because
oh yeah, and I was right because I predicted that. Yeah, T'Challa's not going to let Ego destroy the universe. He's going to come in and stop this, and he does.
And he does. You called it, Script Doctor. He came and he stopped this from happening. There he is. And he rescues Peter Quill, who is
a burger boy.
What is this drawing of Peter Quill, man? I don't.
It looks nothing like him.
No, not at all.
He looks like absolute shit. Like, why are his eyes so close together? It's just so bad. This is so bad.
It's like they totally shit on the original Star-Lord, and then they put in the Magnifico T'Challa.
It's so crazy. This is so cringe. This was so cringe. This scene was so cringe for me. I was like, poor Peter Quill. They just have to make this guy such a. I mean, look at him. Look at him. He looks.
I keep thinking
awful.
goober. I think goober when I see him for some reason. That word just pops up like goober.
He does look like a goober. I mean, look at him. He looks awful. It's just
Yeah.
No. He looks great. And then he's like, "Oh man, I'm tripping balls too." Just watching me and talking to me now. And then we see this the gauntlet being made with Iron Man in the iron suit, the giant iron suit with Gamora. And then this dude shows up, Mr. Clean in Space, and he's like, yo, man, I'm picking you. You've been chosen, Green Lady Gamora.
Gamora, the Thanos Slayer.
Yeah, and we're like, huh? Because we haven't seen Gamora at all. Like, we didn't see an episode about her. I was like...
We've seen Nebula more times than we've seen Gamora.
Yeah,
Exactly.
absolutely.
And why does she look like Elphaba or Elphaba from Wicked? My gosh.
A little bit, yeah. And then she's wearing his armor. Is that what that is?
Or some sort of variation of it, yeah.
Yeah.
Defying gravity.
Wait, what is this that you put in the private chat?
So members get once a month, they get a kind of like a free message, and it doesn't show up in StreamYards.
Oh, okay.
So I caught it and I put it in there, and this is from Deleted Scenes.
Oh, thank you for
wow.
that, Script Doctor. So Deleted Scene says, thank you so much for your membership. Says, hail Nina, Jane, Teresa, Script, and George. Thank goodness What If is half over. I mean, hopefully we're not going to get a third season. That's
They are shooting a second one, aren't they? Are they going to do another one?
I think they've already done it. It's just
It's
they're
all
going to
voice.
release.
It's all
Yeah.
okay.
Probably next year, another 9 episodes.
Do you have any idea who they're going to bring, or is it just going to be the same characters? Or are they going to rotate them out?
I'm certain there's going to be a lot of repetition with some characters, and I'm pretty sure they're going to follow up with the tease end credit scene from this particular What If. But yeah, it's still up in the air as to where they're going. I don't even know if the same writer is coming back.
Oh, wow. I found it. The one funny part I did find is when they had Tony Stark's like, yeah, it's like, not me. You know, he's picking everyone else. It's like,
Yeah.
not me. It's like, hey.
Hey, that's a valid question because again, they're going up against Ultron.
Right.
Shouldn't you have all of the best heroes across all the multiverse, considering the fact that Ultron has these hordes of robot soldiers at his disposal?
Exactly.
It's
And
like
that's
the
why
guy
I
who
didn't like it, because it was insulting to Iron Man. Like, you didn't
Well-
have to throw that line in there, but you just had to. You just had to double down.
Yeah, you're
Had to
absolutely
make-
right, Jane.
Yeah.
I mean, he's the guy who helped create him, and then it's like he knows everything about him. You know, the billionaire, philanthropist, playboy. It's like, no moi? No, get out of the way.
Yeah, and you're the one that made Ultron. Like, and still, no.
No,
Fuck that.
not
We
you.
don't
You.
need you.
But that's Marvel. That's
and the
Marvel.
Bugle Dailies here says something I really enjoyed about this episode. No spider menace. That's what I didn't enjoy about this episode. I was like, where is Spider-Man? I don't understand. Where is Spider-Man? We got an episode about Spider-Man, and he's like leading freaking, Avengers into the zombie apocalypse. And then we don't get Spider-Man, and we get Gamora, who we have no freaking idea. There's no backstory to her. I mean, it was good to see her and everything, but it's like, where is that connection? Because we've at least had connection with everybody else.
Right.
But she's just like so random. And it made
no Vision from the zombie universe who could probably help. No head of Scott Lang, Ant-Man, to make dad jokes.
No, no Spider-Man. No... but then we get Killmonger.
Right.
Why?
So random.
He didn't fit at all. I was like, where did he come?
You need Killmonger so he can turn against everyone else.
Right. So when he was putting the suit on,
worthy?
It's not so much that he was there. He's not worthy. It's just that the part of the contrivance of this episode is that the Watcher, he's seen every outcome. He's seen everything across the multiverse, and so he knows he has to pick Killmonger to be in that particular state of conflict with Ultron at the very end. And it's like, why do you need, like, couldn't Doctor Strange do what he does at the end without that?
Right. You know what's weird is when they showed him too, I actually thought the Watcher was coming to pick up Shuri, because Shuri's super smart and kind of like, Iron Man could do like programming and that kind of stuff. So I was like, they're probably going to exchange out Iron Man for little Shuri. Like,
I thought the same when they dumped Iron Man.
Power.
Yeah, absolutely.
I just love the fact that you got Pepper Potts in the background holding that giant gun.
Yeah.
It's like, Pepper Potts, you have been chosen.
Oh my God, that would have even been better than like Killmonger, because it made no sense. Why would he be worthy? It makes no fucking sense whatsoever.
No.
It's just I can't. Cosmo James says, I called it. Zombie Wanda showed up and then got killed. Yeah. That did happen.
That I didn't expect. I didn't expect her to die.
No.
The Bugle Daily says he was somewhere committing crimes.
That's good.
You hate Spidey so much. I love the dedication to the hate. And then of course we get Thor, because I mean, kind of gotta have Thor.
I don't know why. He just reminds me like a pronoun queen with a bad weave in these episodes. There's just something wrong. I mean, it's like, look at him. It's like, first of all, they've outlined his face. It almost looks like a feminine structure. And then the way he acts, he's kind of like the combination of Wile E. Coyote and the Roadrunner, where it's he fucks up everything he tries to do and chases his own tail.
It's not almost, it's exactly a feminine structure. I mean, you have like Peggy Carter as like the woman that looks like the man, and then you have him and he looks like a woman. And again, he made another like joke in this scene, I think it was, where he was like, I need to get my hair done. And I was like,
I was like, what?
Seriously? Like, it was
they use some Homer Simpsonisms with this character.
Yeah. And since when is Thor a metrosexual for Phoenix?
Exactly.
But he doesn't have Loki to tease him. He becomes.
I mean, look at that you just topped the still on. I mean, it looks like an old cartoon again.
Yeah.
I mean, like, oh my God, I'm gonna die. I mean, that's not Thor. Thor is that masculine Viking god,
They did a similar thing when Peggy Carter hit that soldier in the junk in the first What If. Like his face was overly animated in those old 1940s Warner Brothers types cartoons.
Yeah, and I remember when I saw this scene, I was like, they're making Thor into a little bitch again, of course. I mean, he wasn't that much, but still, I mean, this scene was weird because he's a god. You don't think that he would be like scared like this and screaming.
I mean, they've set Thor in our minds with the first three phases. It's like we know who Thor is.
Yeah.
And then when you throw this in, it's like, yep, that's a what if.
Yeah.
And it's a sucky one if.
It is. It's like if they gelded him. It's like, yep, we took his balls and then braided his hair and like, okay, now you go play Thor.
Yep.
He completely went from suck to blow, and it's
there you go. Absolutely.
Diversity. Yeah. Yeah. So and then anyways, they all end up in here, which is kind of like a little place that the Watcher takes them to. There's Peggy Carter appreciating the photo of Steve Rogers. This is a place made from her mind,
Dr.
conjured
Strange.
by Doctor Strange, who is now basically like the evil version of himself, even though he's still a pretty good guy.
No, he's just corrupted, but he isn't
Yeah.
evil. He's corrupted and conflicted because he's got all those demon creatures he absorbed.
Yeah, he's just a misunderstood demon now.
But when they were showing when they were showing shots of him, I was like, somebody who did this watched too much anime, because you could see the way the tentacles were moving.
Yeah,
And I'm like, yeah, this is some Jap anime in here. It's like a demon tentacle from every hole. Okay, where's this going?
tentacle from every hole. Wow. Okay.
Well, when you watch it. When you show the clip and they have a scene where it shows the shadows behind him, and you see the way the tentacles are moving.
I totally agree with
I know,
you,
you're
but
like-
still.
Hey, phrasing!
I'll take your word for that.
It was also like, yeah, I agree. It was very hentai-ish. I mean, the same thing that I said for the first episode too, like when they had like the tentacles come out of that thing. I was like, somebody's watching a lot of hentai. That made
Yeah.
sense. And then of course, a script doctor and Demogeni told me like, no, bro, that's an actual like demon creature from Marvel that has like tentacles, and I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah, there's some squid stuff in there. But like, don't get me wrong. I'm pretty sure there's some animators who worked on that have worked on the other stuff.
Probably. Daily Beagle says they should do What If Spider-Man Wasn't a Menace, but that's far too fetched.
Wow.
Too far-fetched. That's too far-fetched.
I guess he doesn't like Spider-Man.
He hates the Spider-Man, which I disagree. I love Spidey. This was kind of funny, even though again Thor's made into a very just immature comical version of himself. He wanted to drink, so they got him one. Meanwhile, Killmonger is being Killmonger and just focusing on how he can get a one up on all of these guys. And then there's Peggy Carter. I was left wondering, like, why no Spider-Man? Why no who was the other character that I was like, wait, why not
Hulk.
even Captain Marvel? I was like, where's Captain Marvel? I mean, there's like Disney wants us to think that Captain Marvel is the strongest character in the MCU and in their universes. And she did like almost fucking kill Ultron. But then like didn't end up doing it for some reason. So where's Captain Marvel? I'm sure there was another Captain Marvel that you could have grabbed from some other universe that didn't die, to just be like, hey.
Well, he kind of suggested that because he said his first instinct was, quite obviously the dumbest one, which is find a single hero that could go against Ultron. And then later he realized, oh no, I need more. Because, the concept of numbers on a front line, it meant nothing to him at first, which just boggles the mind.
Maybe she was off getting a butt lift.
Oh, damn. Teresa, shots fired.
The claws are out tonight.
Just trying to fit those feet in boots.
Oh God, she's got Peggy heel feet. Then there's the Watcher, like, all you have been chosen. God. And then she's like, I'm Peggy Carter. And then he's like, I'm T'Challa now, or not T'Challa, Star-Lord now. Which makes no sense. Wouldn't she be upset? Or wait, who would be this Star-Lord in her universe, right? Like, because is Peter Quill Star-Lord in her universe? Wouldn't she be like, yo, man, you're not Star-Lord?
Well, I mean, he's just said that
world.
Everyone's been pulled from a different universe to be here today. So there's things to say. It's like, yeah, in my universe there is no Star-Lord because I killed Thanos before there was ever a need for the Ravagers to even get involved with the Infinity Stones, and for Ronan to do all those things.
Yeah, because I mean, like, I would have thought that she would have said something like that, but we didn't get much dialogue from her at all.
We got nothing from her. We're missing an episode of her.
Yeah, it really does seem like
Do
there's.
you think they
like,
dropped
missing
one?
episode.
Do you think they shot one and dropped one?
I don't know, maybe. Because why would you even have 9 episodes? Like, I feel like it should have been a 10-episode series, and then they're missing Gamora for some weird reason. Like, maybe there was a problem with the animation. Like, I don't really know.
I keep waiting to hear the Cheers music when they went into that bar.
That would have been nice.
That would have been really funny.
Well, the way they made it look, I'm like, okay.
We're in
You
Cheers.
just want to be where everyone knows your name.
Yeah, there you go.
Hey, Norm.
Well, I mean, instead you can have Woody Harrelson's Carnage behind the bar.
Oh my God.
And Doctor Strange could be the Cliff Craven. You know.
You
This is the
kidnapped
worst
us from
scene.
across the galaxy so we could what? Sorry, what was it? What was that, Jane?
No, I was just saying this is like the worst collection they could have come up with. Like this is the worst team. Who would choose this particular group of people?
Also, the team's name was really stupid.
Oh, God.
Guardians of the Multiverse.
I was like, what? It's like you couldn't have been even a little bit more original, like just a little bit, like because
Yeah, CW Trixie's right. Like, let's watch Cheers instead and have Tony Stark as Sam Malone.
Absolutely.
You know, Happy Hogan as like coach or something. The Hulk form.
oh my God.
I wonder why they didn't pick the Hulk for any of these.
Yeah, I don't get it because
Yeah,
he would
because-
smash.
Don't they have the rights for him, at least in animation? Because I know they can't make a film alone with the Hulk, but I feel
Well, yeah, they killed him in the Ant-Man one with
Oh, that's right.
the alternate Avengers. So yeah, they can do it.
Because he would have been a good pick. You'd have him, Thor, Iron Man. Let's see who else. Even Captain Marvel when you're facing the disco ball Ultron of the universe. I mean, come on. Who else?
I really thought they were gonna pick Captain Marvel because
Yeah, well,
you know
because they
she's
set her
supposed
up.
to be the best as ever. But
Yeah, and they set her up.
they did.
And then Gamora, I thought Drax, since they had shown Drax before in that one episode.
That's true. They had. But then they went for the Star-Lord anyway, like T'Challa as Star-Lord.
Right.
And then they were like, we also want Gamora for absolutely no reason. But okay.
You know, if they would have used Spader's voice as Ultron, I could have forgiven some of the things. Because
That's the same thing I said. Yeah.
even in a disco ball, he can pull off menacing. I mean, he could, I don't care if he's wearing a dress, you're going to be scared shitless of him if he talks.
Well, he's trying.
Absolutely.
The guy's trying to impersonate Spader. You can tell just with the inflections, but didn't quite
Didn't go.
get it.
No.
No, not at all.
I don't know why. Every time you look at Thor, every time you look at him, it's like either Bluto or olive oil. That's what I see. It's like the old cartoons. It's like the way they have his mouth drawn or his hand gestures. It's like,
Oh wait,
like in this shot where he's like, I mean, he's what the hell? I don't
Look
know.
at
no.
his hand, the proportion.
correction to the Cheers analogy. Thor is Cliff Craven, and Doctor Strange is Fraser Crane,
there you go.
There you go.
His cheeks are also extra
and
pink.
Black Widow is Carla with all the
Carla.
kids.
His cheeks
I like
are
that.
what,
That's
Jane?
good.
Extra pink, like blush.
Yeah, the Rosie.
Yeah,
Yeah, they are. I didn't notice
so
that.
rosy.
He's getting ready for a photo shoot.
It's because he's drunk, so he's getting that blushy face. He decides to leave, but then it's all fucky outside because it's a conjured up universe bar.
It just happens to be him who messes up.
It just happens to be him. It couldn't be Killmonger because he wouldn't do that. And then I was gonna call it Captain Marvel. Captain
Not any
Peggy
different.
Carter. She's like, "We're the team you want. You got it, baby." That's not what she said, but it's something to that. Well,
She started to remind me of the Taskmaster in Black Widow, where it's the female, female head, and then you know what? Remember in the movie, she takes her helmet off,
Yeah.
And you see her body and you're like, the suit doesn't fit
That
right. 'Cause we
doesn't-
just
yeah,
saw
you-
her a second ago because it's a man walking because a man walks differently.
Yeah, you
And
don't
when
look
you-
right.
No. You see
Yeah.
her and it's like, okay, it's a woman. And then they pull back the shot and all of a sudden it's like, it's a dude. No, it's a dude with the woman's body. Okay, wait a minute.
Yeah, you're like
Well, yeah, they switched out the shots, and then they basically did that walking shot and then superimposed the actress's head on top of a dude.
This is my mother, Mrs. Exposition.
How do you do?
My God, man, what have you done?
That's not your mother, it's a man, baby!
Yeah, come on. Why won't this wig come off?
That's a great clip. Great clip.
Oh my god, that's how I feel every time I watch this show.
I wonder if that could even be made today.
No, absolutely.
Well, I mean,
not.
it kind of is with the current Bond films, but
Oh god. Ah, my god. Okay, so then Ultron is he's crazy. And he's like explaining the story about what happened with Ultron and all the Infinity Stones, which again is not explained of how the Infinity Stones work the way they do in his universe. Although they kind of tried to explain it, but the explanation kind of fell flat for me because I was like, what? That still doesn't make sense because they're all from different universes.
Yeah.
And her ball buster didn't work.
No, it didn't. But we're getting to that in a second. Because they were all like, okay, well, like why we're here and blah blah blah. And Gamora says, like, I've got a ball busting machine, and there it is. Like, you know, it'll destroy the stones. That's why I'm here, because I have it. Oh, that's why they recruited her. I just clued in because she has this ball busting machine.
Couldn't they just get the machine?
Yeah. That'd be too simple.
Maybe she's the only one that can work it because they're all stupid and they don't know how to work it. I don't know.
Yeah, it has like an Idiocracy push button. You know, she's the only one who can read.
It's like, wouldn't Killmonger be able to figure it out? I don't know. I mean, he's pretty intelligent. Nate D, actually, thank you so much for the $3. Says, love the conversation. Glad to be here in it. Aw, thank you so much, Nate D. And America the Free, hi. Thank you so much for the $10. Says, love you, Nina. Have a good night, beautiful. Thank you, you too. Really good to see you. Thank you so much for being here. Naked Fames here says, Nina. That's supposed to be George. you misspelled
Nina.
George. Good to see you, Naked Fame. Good to see you. So yeah, this is supposed to be a stone busting weird contraption that destroys. It's designed to disintegrate each stone into nothing. Look at Thor's face.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, what's going
Sounds like he
on?
smells something.
Terrible.
It is. I'm just like, it's like they want to set this up for Thor: Love and Thunder.
Mm-hmm.
So Jayne can be, you know, like, this is the real Thor. This is She-Thor or whatever it is. Miss Thor, Madam Thor, Queen Thor. I don't know.
It's Thur. Just replace the O with an E. Thur. Thur.
Thur.
Thur.
It's Thur.
It looks like
Oh
his
my God.
face is disappearing, though. Look at that.
It's getting
But it
worse.
also looks like the nosy little kid, like, hey, can I know what's going on over there?
Yeah, like, can I get in on this?
Hey,
What's
hey,
happening?
I'm Thor, God, you know.
Yeah, this Thor is very impulsive. That's why he's a fool.
Yeah.
He's oh god, this is annoying. Them destroying Thor is really annoying me now. And then they start, you know, commenting about like why they pick these people. Yep, I picked them. Yeah, I picked them. This why I picked them. And then of course, Captain She-Mam is like, whatever, talking. Who cares?
Control.
We've made a plan.
Our plan is good.
I'm sorry, you guys. My commentary must be so riveting. Captain She-Man making comments like, who cares? I'm sorry. It's just sometimes I was like, what? What's she talking about?
You know how this story would have been vastly improved? But with this line here, it says, we'll hold the line and then she'll unleash the Crusher. And I'm thinking of that old Bugs Bunny cartoon where he battles the Crusher, who is a wrestler.
Yes.
And if that character came in, I would have been like hands down best episode ever.
That would have been funny.
That would
And
have
he
been
would just
funny.
have to say, "Oh, I was just passing by," because that's what he says in that cartoon after he gets his lights knocked out.
By the way, I didn't get like how every 5 seconds T'Challa was taking off his mask and putting it on again, like in like during the battle. And I was like, why would you even take it off when you're in the middle of the battle? It's like it's just
People
every
gonna think
5
it's
seconds.
the Peter Quill underneath there.
I think it's nepotism. You know, that's like some producer's nephew's cousin's friend is an animator. He's like, I did this one piece. Can we please play it again and again and again and again?
Hey, are you kidding? Post-production animators have no say, no matter how they're related to. They're driven like slaves.
Really?
Oh yeah.
I didn't know that. I didn't know
they work
that.
like 24 hours straight in some situations, especially like for the Rise of Skywalker. So many of them were commissioned to work, and just they had to basically just remake an entire movie in 3 weeks. All in digital composites. They were all
wow. I had no clue. I didn't know they worked them like that.
Oh yeah, because it's different types of contract and it's not full union like other jobs. So yeah, they bounce around a lot from work to work. And a lot of the times they don't even get the studios that they work under or the houses that they work under don't get properly paid, so they end up going under, and then they have to refinance and start a new one. And it's crazy. Yeah.
So they're left out in the cold?
To a degree, and there's a lot of people trying to change that.
Okay. Oh, you mean talking about the IATSE that?
Well, there's IATSE because they're not really a part of that. Some compositing companies do have some type of small union, if I recall correctly. But most of the time they are, that's the thing. Post-production is such a vital part of filmmaking these days, especially for big budget, that that studios just basically contract as many of them out to do as much as they can. And every single house wants to be that first choice, so they'll make deals that they can't afford in order to try and secure long-term work, and it doesn't always pan out. And it's just messed up.
Well, thank you. I didn't know they knew that. Wow.
This scene too was another scene where Thor was getting cocked and made into a fool, because like he's just like, there was a line where like they just explained the plan, and then Thor was like, I didn't get it, or somebody didn't get it here, it wasn't me, but I get it, but for them maybe repeat it, like. And I was
a cliche, like, can you repeat this because someone else wasn't paying attention?
Yeah. Like, I'm stupid. Like that's Thor. That's basically the new Thor in this universe. It's just so fucking annoying. I'm so annoyed about.
But his mouth is always open. You notice half the time it's just open.
Yeah.
He doesn't breathe through the nose.
Yeah.
And he's a cartoon. He could.
And he's a cartoon. Yeah.
He just looks like a freaking sheethard the whole time.
And I still don't see, with his behavior and his attitude, like I still don't see why he was.
Why was he worthy?
Yeah.
He shouldn't even be worthy of lifting Mjolnir as his in his state, because he was a freaking idiot.
Yeah.
But he's supposed to be like the guardians of the multiverse. How the fuck that works? God knows.
Strange, I like the most in this episode. Like I liked his episode, but he was.
Yeah, me too. I mean, if it wasn't for him, they would be all dead in like 5 seconds.
Basically.
That was and then it was really funny because I was like thinking that the whole time, and then all of a sudden Ultron realized it, and he was like, "I gotta kill you," and then they'll all die. And I was like, "Yeah, dummy."
Like, why am I wasting my time with these peons? I'll just focus on him.
Well, that's the other part too. Why does Ultron not call upon several drones to, distract and occupy these six guardians of the multiverse? It's like he's an AI of superior intelligence, yet he thinks, no, I can fight them 1-on-1 or 6-on-1.
Yeah, I was waiting for how he did in that last episode where he was going after the Watcher, eating the universe or eating the galaxy. I figured he was going to unleash all the robots. You'd see like a galaxy scale, like millions of them, but no.
Yeah, I thought that too. We didn't get that.
That was a thing that was done in the science fiction show called Lex. There's a character who replicated like arms, these floating arms. They just devoured the entire universe until there was nothing but black. And then the crew had to escape into another universe. Yeah, it was really silly, interesting science fiction show. I recommend it.
I've heard it. I've never watched it. I've heard.
I've never seen it either. That's
the Canadian-German co-production of science fiction, and
Oh.
it's got a whole lot of sexy undertones to it as well.
The Roman gamer's like, it's a cartoon. What do you expect? Well, I expect superheroes that can actually fight and be worthy of the fight.
You know what a good barometer is for this cartoon? There's the Avengers Earth's Mightiest Heroes, and that was done in 2011, 2012, I believe. It was a really good interpretation of the Avengers. And that's a good barometer to have. And this What If does not meet that at all.
No, because they had continuity. There were rules in it. I mean, there were certain things that worked, certain things that didn't, and it was a pretty good show. Absolutely.
So Gamora knows what's up though with regards to Killmonger, and she's like, "Do you trust this guy?" And Thor's a fucking idiot, and he's like, "I trust everybody because everybody's my friend." Because
if I only had a brain.
No shit, right? Like the guy's
he looks like a
fucking
girl
moron.
there.
What was that, Jane?
That's
Sorry.
the most feminine version of his face I've seen.
There it is.
Yeah.
Absolutely, Jane. It's like I feel like Thor at any moment is gonna say, "I'm gonna pet him and love him and correct," you know.
Oh my god, for reals though. Wow, everybody's saying Lex is really good.
Oh yeah, Lex is pretty good.
Wow.
When was it out? When was it out? When was it released?
98, 97.
Okay.
Oh, I'm definitely watching it then. I love old school shows.
Like
I'm
definitely
watching
turn of the
Farscape
century,
right
but
now.
yeah.
I'm watching Farscape right now, and it's like the best thing I've seen in like years.
Yeah, my Stargate SG-1 Blu-ray set just came in the mail.
I love SG-1.
Got all 10 seasons, so I'm
good.
pretty happy.
I haven't seen
awesome.
Stargate Universe yet.
Oh, you haven't at all?
I've seen SG-1. I haven't, and I've seen Atlantis. I just haven't seen Stargate Universe.
Oh, see, I haven't. Yeah, me either, George. I've only seen SG-1, and even then, I only saw SG-1 till like halfway through, and then I stopped. But I kind of know like the showrunner now, so I gotta probably, I probably should watch that at some point.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
I know. I gotta watch SGU for sure, and SG-1 again to like remember what the hell was going on. A lot of Stargate love in the chat.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I love MacGyver.
That's where what's his name? I always Aquaman,
Richard Dean Anderson.
Besides Richard Dean, MacGyver, I'm talking about Aquaman was in.
Atlanta. Jason Momoa was in.
Jason Momoa, yeah, he was in it. Yeah,
he was in it. Absolutely.
Oh, did you say Jason Momoa?
Yeah, he's in Stargate Atlantis.
Okay, Nina, I'm just going to leave right now and go and look at Stargate Atlantis and see you later. Bye.
Bye, Teresa. Have fun.
Have a good time. Yeah, he was really good in it. Very young, but really good.
I love Babylon 5, Dr. Jester. Babylon 5 is one of my favorite sci-fi shows of all time. I was bugging Gary from Nerdrotic to watch that show before anybody else. I was like, you need to watch the show. You need to watch the show. And then he was like, all right, maybe one day.
Yeah, I've been watching it for the first time, and we've been doing reviews on Tim's Open Lyric channels. Thing about it. It's been loads of fun. I have one more season left. I have season 5.
I'm trying to get to the first season.
Teresa, do you like it so far?
Oh, sorry about that. My cat just ripped out my friggin' earbuds. Yes, I love it. I'm sorry. I was like, fuck. Okay. It's like I'm putting a cat. Here, I'm going to throw some yarn at him so he'll quit it.
Oh my god, that's so funny.
I should probably film it. I love it. I absolutely love it. It is balls to the walls, intense, and I'm gonna be really sad when I'm done.
I know it becomes really upsetting when you finish it in a good way. In a good way.
Oh, okay.
Not in the Game of Thrones way, like in a good way of like it's over, and I'm sad that this journey has ended. Not like fuck my life, I wasted my life. No, not.
I wasted 10 years of my life on Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Aren't they bringing Babylon 5 back though?
Apparently they're supposed to remake
that's no good.
They're remaking it.
That's all you have
or
to say.
JMS. Never gets a network that's actually worthy of the content he writes.
I know, right? Like, I don't even understand why he's not going to like HBO, because that's where the Babylon 5 show is right now, is HBO. I don't understand why.
That
he
would be
go to
good on
CW.
HBO.
I think the supporters that he has at Warner Brothers are very much of the Berlanti style of television.
Yeah. But
and
everything
just-
he's sorry.
And everything that they're doing is just to kind of feel that. And I don't know why he's willing to. There's so many other stories within the Babylon 5 timeline that could be told, like the situation happening on Mars and parallel to what's happening on Babylon 5, or the stuff in Earth Dome, because there's like there's riots and revolts and things like it's all there, content that could be told within parallel to what we saw in Babylon 5. But for some reason he wants to rewrite it. He does a stupid quote which is like, you can't go into the same river again, which is weird because I don't know how many rivers change their direction or flow or even their geography over the course of 20 years. Like it usually takes centuries for that to happen, or you have to manually do it by digging stuff out. And so I don't get where he's coming from that perspective, but maybe he just needs the money.
I think he needs the money. Personally, I think it's just a money thing.
But everything he said about it has been, we're going to reflect it for our time. And like, we all know what that means.
Babylon 5 currently now reflects our time.
I know,
exactly.
Yeah, he traveled into the future, but you know what he's going to do? It's all going to be orange man bad, and they're going to gender swap, race swap, orientation swap, and swap. Like
swap and swap.
You know what? You know what needs to happen is Lazarus needs to go back in time and tell him, "Fuck that, dude! Stop it." Lazarus tells you no.
Exactly. Yeah.
Lazarus.
RMRV says can't seem to get into Babylon 5. See, here's the thing. Babylon 5 is an older show, so it'll take a minute to get into. I feel like for especially a newer, younger audience, because it is a little bit of a slow burn, especially for like the first 4 or 5 episodes. But man, it's like the story is so deep and so just well done that
it's structured like a novel, and that's
yeah. It takes a minute to get into.
So each episode is like a chapter, and it feels like it's episodic at first, but once you get to the end of the first season, you realize, oh wait,
exactly. Then you're like, holy shit, I'm in for a ride. Like it's gonna be a good one.
Well, thank you. That makes sense now because I've been stuck on episode 5 because it's taken me forever to get through the first season. Now it makes sense.
Yeah, and especially once you get through to the first season, especially toward the end, you'll see it's going to go somewhere. And once season 2 hits, holy!
Oh, well, that's good to know. Well, now I'll stick with it. That's good to know. Thank you.
Yep. Think about it like Star Trek: The Next Generation. You know how the first season sucked.
Didn't some of the best episodes.
It didn't suck.
Next Generation.
I like Farpoint Station. I did.
I'm talking about like you have symbiosis. You've got
Symbiosis. The Traveler.
The Traveler one is not bad. You have
the one
Data
where
Lore.
You have the one where they show like how the Starfleet Academy works with the
Crusher.
little kid with Crusher and like the kids there.
Like
and
first
how
season
it's
is
competitive.
First season is far more in the style of TOS. It has that one really terrible episode about the vaccine.
Oh my god, yeah.
Well,
because it's the homogenous culture where women rule the world. Women own the property, but men do not.
Well, and you can't forget the tar monster that kills.
Skin of Evil.
Yeah, that's right.
And then the crystalline entity.
Crystalline.
But in general, I guess it's
the synthesizing music that sucks because they used the 80s synthesizer and then they got rid of that by season 3, and it's like, oh wait, this feels more like a good Universal Star Trek.
Yeah, but you know what I mean. There's some things that you just need to get through, and just like a Babylon 5 in season 1, there are some episodes that are just. But then there's some really good ones, and you just got to get through it. So in general. And then it picks up speed. The genius of Babylon 5 is that some unexpected things happened. The actor, especially the lead, and how that they were able to shift it around and make it work. That was brilliant.
Definitely.
Well, I'm sticking with it then.
We definitely
Yeah, you
shouldn't
won't
say
regret
any
it.
more
Okay.
for
Yes,
George
yes.
because I don't want to spoil anything for
Oh,
you.
no.
And also, I guess at some point we should finish up this crappy episode.
Oh, damn! We almost got away
Almost
with
got away.
changing the subject.
just saying. Sorry guys, we're gonna rein it back to what if here. This episode though, my God. Okay. Yeah. So they're just hanging out night before their big battle, and they're like, let's just have some drinks because why not?
It's the cocktail king,
yeah, freaking, first at the bar, now they're just having some drinks and just talking about whatever, and then
We're not ready for the plan yet.
yeah, and
that
then
we've been
Doctor
spending
Strange,
all the other time doing.
yeah, Doctor Strange gives this like random long ass toast that nobody gives a shit about, and they're all like, okay, whatever, let's just freaking drink, man.
Yeah, that toast reminded me of something from another show that I can't quite put my finger on, where a guy was just rambling on a toast in the same manner.
I remember that too. It's very familiar, but it's also like it happens at like in every wedding movie where like somebody gives a fucking random toast that like nobody cares about, or like they're like so drunk that they have no idea what they're saying.
Yeah.
So like I think that's kind of like
It's
what
Uncle
they were
Stu
going.
at the wedding. That's what it is. It's Uncle Stu at the wedding.
Yeah. Somebody's trying to join the stream, but I don't know if you can hear me. It says devices not connected. I think your camera. Okay. Yeah. Go back and come back. All right. So then they're like just drinking and having fun and all that good stuff. And then Thor's like a fucking idiot. So he's like, I'm Thor.
Thor.
Or the
Signal flare.
multiverse. Yeah. There's a fucking signal flare for for everyone to know where the fuck we're at, because I'm a dumbass, like everything. And then this guy shows up.
Hello, somebody there?
Yeah, and he's like the Watcher now. He's like all pale and floating in the air, and he's as powerful as the Watcher. Avengers Infinity Beer. I kind of like that name. But yeah, so then he's like, "Oh, you guys are here. Let me fuck you up because I'm here now too."
Oh my God.
And then the good old magical armor, invisible armor spell.
Yeah, this was funny too. I was like, "Oh, of course you have invisible armor that like basically saves you from whatever."
Just show us the health bar on the characters now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They won't last long, so be careful. Yeah.
She was all like impressed. Like she's like, "Oh, this is the best. Oh my God."
Yeah, I gotta question what this guy is doing while he's trying to direct Haley Atwell with performing, because she's like going way bigger than she should.
What about Thor's helmet in the back with the magic? Look. You see
Yeah.
his helmet?
It kind of looks like
about?
Loki's.
Yeah.
I know, weird.
It's
There
got,
you go.
Well, it's got the wings, yeah. Yeah,
It's
plot
plot
armor.
armor.
That's what it is.
That's literally what it was. I was like, okay.
Because they're going to be thrown and thrashed about, and people are going to be wondering, well, how do they recover and get back up? I got it. We are going to have Doctor Strange perform a protection spell.
Yeah. You know what I didn't get was okay, let me see if I can actually fast forward to, okay, no, wait. I'm going too far forward. You know what? I'm just gonna say it because I'm gonna forget. What I didn't get was like halfway through the battle, because you know how like Ultron kept like basically making them explode, like everything was just constantly being destroyed, right?
Yep.
Yet every time they got destroyed, the buildings were still there. I was like, the amount of explosion and the shit that is going on here, this entire area would be like a desert. Like this would, it would be, everything would be dust because there's no way things would still survive, even in wreckage, right? Like they wouldn't just stay there. They would just turn into dust, and then it would be like a desert where they're fighting. Yet the fucking scene was still the same over and over and over again. And I was like, that wreckage would be dead. It wouldn't be there anymore. It would be dust. This was cool though. So the plan, by the way, was that T'Challa steals the soul stone, which he does. There he is. Even though he got like his ass kicked, but he stole it. So Is that like racist though? I don't know. They got the black guy to like
They keep-
steal the stone.
They continue
With the
to
sticky
do
fingers,
that.
yeah, that's.
It's a pickpocket prince, and I don't know.
I don't know about that. Jane, what do you think?
He stole it. It's the soul stone.
Oh
no
god.
idea. I never thought about that. What is it?
You think he's gonna dance some Earth, Wind, and Fire later?
Oh my god.
And then he's gonna get the blues.
Yeah.
You remember back in the day, September.
Jeez.
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck? They got the black guy to steal the stole. Oh, okay, all right, that's where we're going.
They probably weren't thinking of the black guy. They're like, oh, we got Star-Lord stealing, because Star-Lord's kind of a thief, right? Like, no, not really. He's a Ravager.
Oh God, you're right. He's not. Wait, no, he was. He was a thief in this one because he was like Robin Hood. Remember, they were like stealing from
Yeah,
the rich
that's
and
right.
giving to the poor.
But like Peter Quill, he wasn't doing that. He was just finding lost. He was kind of more Indiana Jones-ish, but like terrible, and had to find a team to be better. And then, for T'Challa, he's the thief who robs from those that have and gives to the have-nots and saves the universe. Right?
That's your diversity.
That is your diversity right there. My God. Larry says fanfic by non-fans. Really seems like that. It really does. And Steeg is here. Steeg Kenobi's here. Hello, Steeg. Good to see you.
Steeg.
Steeg stopped watching the show, I think, after episode
I don't think he
1?
started watching it at all. I think he was smart.
He started on Falcon and Winter Soldier, and then I think he didn't get beyond that. Help us out,
Which makes
Steeg. Are we
sense.
right or wrong?
There's a funny Twitter discussion about that I'm going to bring up after this. I posted it. I posted it in our group chat. I don't know if you guys saw it. That was funny. So then, wait, what? What you've been hiding that entire time? Wait, who was hiding?
Oh, the three-headed dragon thing that came out of.
Oh yeah, because Doctor Strange unleashed this giant thing. So okay, this was one of the first ones, right? So he like destroys this fucking dragon in like one blast. Then Doctor Strange opens up a portal of zombies, and all the zombies land on the planet. And again, Thor's like, "Ooh, yay! This is so fun." That's literally
That is like the most feminine shot we've seen of Peggy Carter.
Was it? Let me see again. Oh,
Well, like her waist was thin, and her chest was wide.
Chesty.
chesty.
Busty.
I'm trying to get. This is another really feminine shot of Thor. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, he's got pursed lips.
I told you they're prepping for
Oh my
Jane
gosh.
Theory.
I mean, there's something wrong when I look at that and I go, that's how I'll try my lipstick tomorrow.
I know. Every time I see Thor, I'm like, I'm really gonna, up my lipstick game / lip liner game. Like, what the fuck's going
He's
on?
just missing gloss. That's it.
He
Ah,
is.
yes, he is.
That's
Cherry
right.
flavored gloss.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, you're right.
she looks like a
Probably
girl
one of
there.
the most feminine shots because she's actually got a waist.
Oh, there we are.
And her arms aren't like bulging like
Yeah, you can tell that that's a shoulder pad and not her shoulders.
exactly.
Good point.
It's not super extra. Although her face is still really fucking
the
Wow.
jawline's odd. Yeah.
yeah. But still.
She looks
All
more
right.
proportional there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then they run away from the zombies because the zombies have been unleashed on this place, including zombie Scarlet Witch,
Yuck.
who's almost as retarded as Thor. Oops, I shouldn't have said that. I'm gonna get canceled now.
Retardando.
Thank you. So then they start fighting, and then they blow up the planet because that's
Hey,
what
why not?
happens.
Well, that's how you kill zombies, right? Blow up the planet.
Blow up the planet. And yet we got no Spider-Man. Where was Spider-Man? God knows. This
He
is a
was
pretty
far from
masculine
home.
shot right here.
Close. Yeah.
Oh.
A little bit more masculine than
Would have worked better if he had the beard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
agree. Okay.
And then we have what is Black Widow coming up?
Yeah. So
yeah,
then
I think that was the one part they did right, where they at least black clad kind of ninja babe on a bike.
Yeah,
Cherry 2000 style.
they did her character justice. I think too. And then she's all like, "We're BFFs in my universe," and they're like, "Okay, let's be friends," and then they're friends. Then Thor is retarded again. And then this guy shows up, and then this is when they're this thing glitch. This is when this is what I'm talking about. So the wreckage is all
Right.
like
I
this,
see.
right? And then they fight, and then they destroy shit, and then they like literally freaking destroy everything, and then the wreckage is still there, and I'm like, there should be nothing.
Well, the thing is, Doctor Strange, he absorbed that explosion and then swallowed it.
Oh, he did? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that was
that's
one
what that whole
explosion.
glowing thing in his fist was, and he just ate it. And it's like, what?
Oh, I missed that.
Right,
completely.
and then
Wow.
yeah, you're right. He did do that because that was the first time this is the one that he ate the explosion, but he doesn't do it over and over again.
No, that seems like a really good, powerful trick to employ all the time. It's like, I can just eat explosions?
Yeah, this is the first time because then they're all like, "Wait, what happened? Like we didn't all die?"
I mean, I
And
wouldn't
then
want to
he's
be
like,
around after he digests it and has gas to
No.
pass. But
No, thank you.
It's called the Big Bang. Yeah, that's
It
the
is
Big
get some
Bang.
potpourri.
No.
Hey, Demonjanai, how are ya?
Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Hey.
Hi.
All
Good
the way
to
from
What's
see you.
going on?
New York.
How's everybody doing?
Doing great. Doing great.
Yeah, that was me trying to
good.
get in before. I had to reboot my whole computer because it was being dumb.
No worries.
Ridiculous.
Computers are dumb.
Yeah, they are. They, just hopefully they never get smart and become Skynet.
Or
No,
Ultron.
because like, have you ever tried to print something and your computer doesn't recognize that your printer's not plugged in? I mean, come on, they're stupid. They're never going to figure that out. Because it doesn't say no printer connected. It just says cannot print. And you're like, well, what the hell does that mean?
Computers haven't, but Alexa has figured it out.
Alexa knows when your printer's not plugged into your computer.
Alexa is
I heard
always
some crazy stories about Alexa. Some crazy stories.
I'll never get any of those things.
Yeah, me neither. Like, I
neither.
had somebody telling me they was having this a full-on conversation, and they turn around and look, and Alexa was just on record mode the whole time.
Oh God! I had some crazy shit happen to me the other night because my friend has like one of those Google Homes. I think that's Alexa, right? Like the Google Home thing.
Google's slightly different, but same idea.
Yeah, it's the same.
Okay.
Same thing.
So so my friend has one of those, and when I went to his house, I was like, I need to like hook up my phone so we can listen to music. And he's like, you got to hook up to Google Home. So I had to like download an app that was like the Google Home app so that I could like connect to their thing. Mm-hmm. And then the other day, I get an email from like Google, and it's like, this email address has connected to your Google Home and gives me all their information. And I was like, this is not like that. This is not my Google Home. I just connected to like my friends. And then I got like this entire thing of information from Google about somebody who had connected to their thing. And I was like, this, and I literally like messaged my friend and I was like, I have been informed that this email address at this time connected to your Google Home, blah, blah, blah. And they were like, what the fuck? Like, why? And
there's also a way to hear, like, play back all of the recordings it's made of you.
Really?
Oh my God.
Yes.
That's creepy. See, Jane knows this stuff because she's an AI from the future.
Oh, I see.
Oh, that
She's
makes
the one
sense.
that's been doing it all along.
Now we know where it's all going.
Yeah.
And it was you all along. Can you send me a
She's
favor?
the daughter of
Just say-
Google Home and
just say-
Alexa.
Just say, and I would have gotten away with it if it wasn't for you meddling kids.
This is why
Jayne Theory all along.
oh my God. This is why Jane is sympathetic towards Ultron because
Oh, now I understand.
Oh.
The truth is out there. It's come out.
You know?
See, I missed a good chunk of this because I was doing a little gaming just now, playing some Final Fantasy. So, I was streaming it, so it wasn't like I was just doing it for nothing. But yeah, but overall, I didn't mind the concept of this, but I'm still stuck on the same problem I had last week because there's a huge gaping error, and they actually talk. Did you talk about that yet?
yes,
Did you talk about the gaping error?
We
the
talked
gaping
about
era.
you. We talked about
No,
you.
I'm talking about in this
what you brought
episode.
up.
Yeah, we talked about the fact that the machine, the ball buster, didn't work because it was
Exactly.
From, yeah.
So if that, I mean, you
His
actually you
tone
just
shouldn't have
said
worked.
it. You said it in your damn show. You like how is this thing going?
Right. Like if her machine didn't work, his stone shouldn't work.
Exactly.
Yep.
Absolutely the truth.
We haven't
That-
gotten to that part yet, but that's why I'm glad you're here because we haven't seen the ball busting of the thing. But I keep talking about how like they just keep exploding and then the background is still the same. It's the same.
They don't care about consistency. They don't care about any of it. They're just looking for the image. Like all of these
Right.
screenshots, that's the picture that they want. That's it.
That's really good.
It's
Yeah.
all superficial.
I think a lot of what Marvel's doing in these series that they've been putting out is a lot of projection to show, look, we keep putting one out after the other, after the other, after the other to show we're needed, we're wanted. Everybody wants to see us, whether it does well, whether it does bad. They have the money to just keep pumping it out and say, hey, everybody loves us. We're top.
Regardless of quality.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Meanwhile, they keep fighting over the Soul Stone. Everyone's trying to get it, including Tentacle Arm, Doctor Strange.
Hentai Strange. Hentai
And
Strange.
then
Yeah, we were talking about that.
because he's super powerful. He's like a god. So
Yeah.
he's like
And he has his own time stone in the Eye of Agamotto as well. That's
right.
Again, which shouldn't be working in his
Right.
universe either.
How do they both? How do they both have it at the same time?
Well, different Infinity Stones are part of their own universe, so you could have thousands of them across all multiverses, but
So
they
really-
can only work in the universe with which they are originated.
Exactly.
So really, then the Watcher just needed to go grab all the Infinity Stones from the other universe, according to Ultron, and just make the ultimate disco ball and knock him out of existence.
Yeah, he could have.
Yeah.
Or he could have just gone and grabbed all the Infinity Stones and take him to the Gamora the Ball Buster and be like,
Yeah.
yo, man, here, just start busting this shit. And then it's over. Doctor Strange hentai's right.
Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
Well, it's Hentai Strange, not Doctor Strange. Hentai Strange.
Dr. Hentai.
Yeah, someone was watching too much Jap anime.
So then he realizes he's like, where's my soul
Where's my
stone?
stone?
And then he's like, I'm gonna go bigger now because I can.
He had a he had a fit. He had a fit. Temper tantrum.
And then this was total anime scene right here.
Yeah.
Doctor Strange was like, I'm gonna go Super Saiyan on your ass too, bitch. And then it happened. And then more explosions happened, yet everything looks the same. This should all be dust. There should be nothing left. Then they all are like, let's team up and fucking tie this bitch down. So they do. And then Gamora's like, let me get my ball buster. Oh my god, this was so stupid. And she's like, you're done. I have to say I do like her sword though. Her sword is pretty cool.
That's Thanos' sword.
Yeah, her sword's dope.
So she's got
I
this
like it.
machine that takes care of Ultron's family jewels.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then it's like a vacuum and it sucked the balls into this thing.
There's a lot of
that's
a
Thor
lot
on
of
the
talk
other
that's
hand.
coming out of your mouth right now, Nina.
Yeah,
I like it. I like it.
What?
I like it a lot.
That's Thor on the end sucking. She's like, hey.
Jim? No, thanks. I'm good. That's what she said. Pam?
My mother's coming.
That's what she said. No.
Oh my god. No, I'm telling you, man, there was a vacuum, it sucked up the stones.
Like Spaceballs.
Spaceballs.
Yeah.
Then
It goes from suck to blow.
Look at the explosion. The screen went white. This is how crazy the explosion was. And then yet look at this. Everything is the same.
It's like, whoo, we
It was
survived.
just light. It wasn't even an actual explosion.
Like they were like, this is how big the explosion is. Everyone went blind, yet everything is the same.
I can see through my eyelids.
How do we clip Nina talking about balls? Oh gosh. Why did I highlight that? I don't
She's
know.
mentioned balls a lot today.
Make sure somebody clips those, please.
What?
Thank you.
I did not, did I?
Yeah.
Balls, moist.
I was the first to say suck to blow, so maybe
Yeah,
some
but-
of it was me in there.
I said that too,
Nina
so
started
that's
I
not
know
my
you
fault.
said it twice. Yeah, we're sucking and we're blowing and we've got balls.
Wow.
what a shame.
Okay.
And then you had moist thrown in there a few times.
Ah, yes. I did say moist several times.
Does the skin look red and swollen?
That's what she said.
That's my joke. Damn it, Dwight.
Oh my god. I love you guys. I swear I wouldn't be able to get through any of these Marvel things if it wasn't for you guys. All of you guys in the chat too. I love all of you for being here and hanging out with us and watching this explosion that leaves nothing to dust.
It's untouched, an untouched world.
Untouched. It's untouched wreckage. Makes no sense. Like, why is this pole still erect? Yes, I said erect.
Oh, now we're erect.
Well, that's the proper terminology. I mean, if you wanted to be
Nina,
very,
what is on your mind today? You're going right into filthy and degeneracy today. I'm
Things
rubbing
that
off
don't
on you.
make sense. Things that don't make sense is on my mind. Like why this scenery here, after such an explosion, is still the same shit. This should all be dust. These people should be in a desert. But they're not. They're still hanging out. And then we have like kind of like that Avengers shot. But it's the Guardians of the Multiverse with the most original name ever. And then this dude is like, you know, the only one that's actually putting up a fight. The Crusher was designed to destroy the stones on my world, not his.
And that's where we have the problem.
So
yeah,
no
that's
one knew that.
further elaborates on the continuity error within the own universe. Well, then how come Ultron is so damn powerful?
Yeah.
What the fuck, Teresa?
Well, no, you were sitting around saying, "I love this. I love the panel. I love the chat." That actually was not dirty, and it's like you're loving everybody.
Can you feel the love tonight? Okay. So
Copyright strike.
Yeah, I know, right?
Nina, you can sing your turtle song.
Stop it.
I love that turtle song.
What's the turtle song?
Stop it, Demontanai.
It's a good song. I love it.
Which song are you talking about? Are you talking about the turtle sex song?
No, I didn't say nothing about turtle sex. See, look at you. Look at that. You see?
What are you
went
talking
there.
about then?
I was
don't
talking
know.
about the Turtles Will Still Be Here song. That song.
Oh my god, it's been so long since that's been brought
I
up.
remember that song because I think of you every time I hear it in my head.
Oh my god, it's so long ago, Demogenai. Aw, that's so sweet. I made up a song long time ago with Fatal J and Demogenai about turtles in time. And that's what he's talking about.
Yeah, see, she went to the dirty place. I didn't this time. So
Things
1
have
point for
gotten a lot more
Demogenai,
depraved.
0 points for Nina. Thank you very much.
I can't believe Demogenai was the innocent one in this. This is terrible. Oh my god. This is what everyone's talking about. The turtle sounds.
Turtle sounds.
Things have gotten really depraved on Infinite Hope the last week, Demogenai. I'm sorry. That's what I thought you were talking about.
Oh no! See, I was being good this time.
Okay. No, I didn't. Oh my god. No, I'm not drunk at all.
Nina, have you been drinking?
No, not at all.
She's just having a good time.
Yeah,
We're happy people.
Yeah,
We don't need alcohol to be happy.
Oh my god.
No, we don't either. I didn't actually, to tell you the truth, could you believe we went that whole day yesterday and didn't drink any alcohol except for the end of the night?
What? Oh, I was about to say.
That's crazy.
Yeah, me and Fox, we stopped at the bar, and we had some drinks. We had a few drinks,
good.
actually.
Yeah. Actually, that's very clever. You really should never drink and stream at the same time. It never ends
Bad
well.
combination.
It could be great content.
I'm
I think the only
actually
successful
really good
person
with my
is
alcohol though. For me, I never get like if I know if I am going to be streaming, I will stop when I feel myself going to oblivion. Because you don't want to go to oblivion when you're like streaming. Obviously,
This is why John Talks never drinks again on streams because of Jayne Theory.
Did he go to oblivion?
Never.
Yeah, he's like, I'm never drinking
He
again.
did
like,
it once.
to
and
that
it
extent,
didn't go well.
Jane. Like he'll still have a beer or two, but he's like, like he's not taking shots.
I remember
ever.
when we got him completely and utterly drunk. It was hilarious.
Yeah, it was
Got
all
wasted.
you and Nerd.
As the kids say, they get white girl wasted. That's what it is.
So, what swag did you manage to pull off of Drunk 3PO?
I didn't steal any. Well, actually, I did get this. So
I said swag. I didn't want to know what you
Did you
stole
get his
from him.
underwear?
Oh my God, Teresa!
Oh no! Did I say that out loud? I'm sorry.
Why would I get his underwear? In what scenario would I need Drunk's underwear?
Don't make it harder than it has to be.
For no reason whatsoever, that came out of my mouth unbidden. I'm sorry.
Yeah. See, look, I don't know what it is with the ladies today, but you guys are being toxic today. It's not the toxic men, it's the toxic women today, and I love it. Do it again. Do it.
Aiken, thank you so much for the super sticker of the doggy going #1. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, we love turtles. We love turtles here. Okay. So, back to this freaking shit show.
Is it over? It's not even. Oh,
it's almost over, Jane. It's almost over.
We have to come up with a new plan now.
Yeah, because the ball buster didn't work. What is this shot here?
It's a bird eye shot, and it's a really weird model of what should be
Look
a woman.
how wide her legs are. Like
Wide stance.
how is she standing like this? Dude, girl, close your
Listen,
legs.
I've seen women stretch their legs far and wide before, so. You know.
Oh my God, script doctor.
There we go.
You never been to a ballet show?
Yes, I used to be a ballerina.
See that, Nina? Nina, you are on fire today. I love it. Absolutely on fire.
I used to be a ballerina.
Did
never
you?
mind. I was gonna say something. And
Pixar didn't happen.
That was gonna be a really bad clip. So I didn't.
You got to tell me this clip now. Now I have to hear it.
No, I was gonna say something, and it was going to get clipped, and then therefore I decided not to say it. I'm scared. I'm scared now. I'm saying
Yeah.
So yeah, she's like, brace yourselves, because I'm about to go full peg on everybody.
what is with these faces?
I don't know. Did you see that face? Seriously though. And then he's all, I've got my stone back again. And I'm gonna kill everybody. He does it again. The universe still stands. Look, nothing's changed. Absolutely
Well,
nothing.
to be fair, he's trying to kill Strange, and Strange is the one that's basically holding everything together.
He's not though. He's only protecting everybody.
Yeah, it's like this big wave because Black Widow's Red Guardian shield gets disintegrated in this, right?
Yeah. I mean, like this whole area should be disintegrated because, you know, they're the only ones that are protected. This is when Ultron decided, oh, shit, you're the only person I have to kill because everybody else is useless. That's when he figured it out finally because he's so stupid before that. For a computer that's like all knowing, he sure was an idiot.
Mm-hmm.
I've got the shield, you've got the sword. Let's go. So you know, Peggy and Black Widow team up to finally get
Girl power.
They both run up buildings
Totally.
for reasons.
for reasons. Yeah, they do their thing. This was a little cool to see Black Widow on her bike actually do things. And then she's like, "This is for you, Clint." So she does like a Hawkeye, which again makes no sense because she's not Hawkeye. Like Black Widow is pretty
she
good.
does. She's
but-
a weapon. She's a weapon.
She's a weapons expert, but yeah.
But
the thing
she's
is
not
that like Peggy Carter manages to jump like 400 meters to
Right.
Ultron in the middle of the sky, and I was like, I don't think Captain America could jump that far.
Yeah, I mean,
Like
you
that
would
was a
think
Hulk level jump.
yeah, you would think
She's
she
the
would be
best
able to
ever.
fly. There she is. She's like, yes, I'm doing this because I'm Neo in the Matrix. Move.
I believe I can fly.
Yeah, total Space Jam.
There he is. There's Captain Carter. And then this thing is like heading from this direction to so then she has to like, guide it in. That's what she said.
Pulls up his
Um,
mask so it can enter his eye.
Yeah, so she tears open his mask. That's what happened. She's like,
Look at that position.
Wow. Look, look at that.
Nice.
Oh my.
Ultron's facing the wrong way, but yeah.
I was about to say that. If it was the other way around, then we get the picture then.
Good lord.
I mean, listen, if
Beautiful
Haley
back
Atwell,
cover for
if
that.
Haley Atwell decided to do that to me, I mean, I'd be all for it. I'm just saying.
I concur.
Death by Snoo Snoo.
I meant
I mean, that's that. I mean,
meant to
that's
do
like
this
the.
clip. I meant to do this clip. When she was like jumping the building.
And what was that? What was that show? Oh Jesus, the freaking Boys. The dude had literal death by Snoo Snoo when she crushed his head like that.
Oh, I haven't seen
right,
that
yeah,
show.
in the Boys, yeah.
Death by Snoo Snoo.
Take
it and taste it. Wow.
My God.
Wow.
No.
Whoa.
Gross.
Phrasing.
Wow.
But look
Nothing
at
ever
that
good
silhouette is
goes
not
through
very
that.
masculine either. I mean, it's,
Right?
No,
Suddenly she has
no.
a shape.
Well, yeah, that's good.
I feel like this scene kind of wow. Okay.
it's almost like a flash dance type of thing, right? You're waiting for water to just come down.
Yeah, exactly.
It's amazing that you stopped at this frame because I didn't even really realize that when I watched this. But
No,
you know,
I didn't see that.
I didn't
way
either.
to way to go, Nina, for being the
Wait, we're
perfect
going
wanker.
This is what happens when you go scene by scene because I didn't either, and then I was like, "Whoa, what is? Whoa, okay."
We're
Look
gonna
at the
pull out
glow
all the
too,
sexes.
right?
Yeah,
So-
he's Ultron is having his night.
This should have been my icon. This opportunity.
Well, just quickly clip it. VCL can clip that frame.
This is gonna be the updated icon for when the show's over. Yeah. This is I mean, this is so funny. Okay, here we go. And this dude's like, "What?" And then the
Thing goes in his eye.
The Zoloft virus.
yeah, this thing gets penetrated into his eyes. Yeah, he takes it. Look,
So Carter, so he got pegged.
he got pegged
Literally.
in the eye. And look, all of this needs to be just leveled. Okay. I don't care. This needs to be leveled. This makes no sense. All of this makes no sense. She's all, dude, how can there be glass still?
After all this shockwaves.
How? Like, how? Like,
Because they need it for effect.
Yeah, I seriously want that formula.
Nina, you're trying to use actual science for this. That doesn't work.
Yeah.
I mean,
Science
there
doesn't
has
work.
to be a
It's
little bit of.
trademarked.
I mean, there has to be just a
No.
little bit of sense making here. What
They
the
just
hell?
they just needed the shot. That's it.
They just needed.
They want that money shot.
Money shot.
No, we just saw the money shot.
Yeah.
Vidfile says Nina's EFAP for Disney's What If. Yeah, we've kind of been doing this for other shows too. It hasn't just been What If. I think what else did we do it for? We did it for like all the Disney ones so far.
All the Disney shows, yeah.
Yeah. And we're gonna be
WandaVision.
continuing to do it. In fact, Jane, I was gonna tell you, you know what we all started with was The Expanse, and that's coming out soon. So
The Expanse is coming back out?
yeah, man.
Season 6 last season.
Oh man, I can't wait. Now, honestly, that's a show that I kind of did the Game of Thrones with that show because Game of Thrones I didn't start watching Game of Thrones till like season 4. So when I started watching The Expanse, it was probably like season 4. So and then season 5 was coming out that same. So I literally was able to watch 5 seasons straight, and it was just like I loved it.
And you know what?
Even though the last season 5 was a little weak sauce, but it was still good.
But you know what? The fans so love and respect The writers of that show. And when
Yeah.
they said they needed a break, everyone was like, "Okay, fine.
Yeah, you take
all the time you
all the
need."
time you want.
I was
Well,
expecting years.
well, if you guys all are watching it and you want to be part of the Expanse panel, I know Jayne, you're up for it, right?
Absolutely.
Okay, so you're all invited, including you, George. If you want to,
thank you.
Want to be part of that, we are
Love
going
the
to be
Expanse.
breaking down the Expanse for sure. Because we actually, like I said, we started this with the Expanse, so it's going to be fun to do.
When does that come
You
back
think
out?
The Expanse is December 10th. You think it's going to have as many sex scenes as this Disney What If?
Yes.
I hope it does. I hope it has more sex scenes.
I think it's gonna have. Wait, I don't know. Actually, I would say I think it's gonna have more, but then again, I don't know because.
Are they trying to cut back on it over there too?
Well, this is the last season, Demogena. So it's
It's just
December
not the
10th.
direction the story's going.
Yes,
in.
just not the direction the story's going, and that one dude got me too'd. So I don't know if they're gonna be like,
What?
"Yeah, let's have some sex scenes here."
Oh, that's right. He did. He did.
Oh
he
yeah,
did.
the one they killed off.
Yeah, the one that they killed off, Demogeny. That's why they killed him off the way they did.
Really?
Yeah, he got me too, seriously.
I didn't know that. I was wondering why they just abruptly killed him like that.
Usually when that happens in Hollywood, you know, there's a Me Too story somewhere.
Yeah, it's because he got me too'd, and we
Wow.
still don't know if he actually did it or not.
Right.
But who did
A
he
Me
meet
Too or a DUI?
Hmm?
I don't
Oh,
remember.
that's what happened with Lost. Every time everyone got a DUI, they got killed.
What'd you say, Demogeny?
Who did he meet too?
Some people on the set.
Oh, it's like some of the workers.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And apparently a couple of the fans too.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Wow.
like there was like apparently
Wow.
like he, boasted about his like
Manliness?
who he was and his manliness and got people to come back to his hotel room.
And so basically, they learned it was a lie and got upset and went public with it.
God knows what the hell happened. I don't know. I have no idea. But yeah, something like. Anyways, there's still glass after all the explosion. That's the there's more explosion.
He enjoyed Peggy on him too.
Then he pulls this thing out of his eyes and he's like, "Fuck! What the hell was that?" And then he realizes he got penetrated with this dude.
Oh, Solo.
There's your diversity
Nina's-
quota right there.
Nina's phrasing is on point today.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, phrasing!
But then seriously, like, but you know what's weird too is like when this happened, I was like, was this really a good idea? Because I mean, this guy was kind of like as bad as Ultron. Like, you have
Well,
this
he's
guy
Hydra.
now in charge of all these Infinity Stones, and he wanted to like genocide everybody. So, like, really,
Right.
what the hell's the difference? I don't really understand where they were going with this line of thought that he would be better than Ultron.
Yeah, it
I
makes
don't know.
no sense because even what follows afterwards with Killmonger, who hasn't been doing anything this entire time.
Script doctor, I know that. I was like, what the F? Yes, it is. It is the bad guy from the Winter Soldier. He was on the little arrow, like, because the arrow had
They
the
downloaded him, yes.
they downloaded him, which we said before makes also no sense because he wasn't digital, and the
Right.
point was that digital things can't get to Ultron or whatever.
You need to translate from analog to digital in order for
Yes.
that to work. And
Yes.
actually, it was funny enough. I helped a director work on a project that talked about a guy that invented that technology just
Wow.
recently. But
Oh.
yes,
That's interesting.
yeah.
Yeah, so like it makes no sense at all, but they do it anyway. So they turn him into a digital code, and then they get him to take over this dude. So then this guy's like, what's your purpose anyway? And this guy's like, my purpose was to get Hydra to take over the world, and now Hydra is gone. So now my point is to end you. I suppose my objective is to end you, is what he says. And then he does. He like becomes a tentacle monster and then starts going into this dude's face with his tentacles. Yeah, that happens. And then this dude's like, "What? No!" And then he falls to the ground with everything all over the place. Still, the glass.
Nina's not
The
leaving that
glass,
alone.
you're stuck
I
with the glass.
cannot get over it,
It's
you
just
guys.
there.
I can't get over it. I just can't get over
Is
this.
that
I'm like,
hole in the glass the shape of Black Widow?
Oh wow, yeah.
I don't
No,
know.
it's like a Rorschach.
think it's-
Everyone's gonna see something different.
It's like a random break. I
Like
don't
we just
know.
saw her fly through that. It's like, is that what it?
You
did
know,
it leave
it's
a
funny.
hole
When you
behind?
said that, now I can't unsee that.
Yeah, I know.
like
It's
a-
like it's
like a
her.
woman-shaped hole like this.
Yeah.
Woman-shaped hole.
Gosh, Nina, you're on fire with the phrasing tonight.
Don't make it harder than it has to be.
Oh my God.
I love how you. That's funny. You had to say that. That's what she said.
Because before that, like in that scene, she was like, "Stop saying that's what she said," and he couldn't stop saying it. So she's like, "No, that's what she said." Oh my God. So good. I love that show so much. But yeah, so then he's all effed up on the ground. Wow, that is a really bad shot of Thor.
Yeah. Bent over, shocked face,
Yeah.
holding
But I
on
love
to
his
Mjolnir
hair.
for dear life.
I think Peggy's behind him.
Oh,
Whoa, whoa. I was gonna say, like, he's waiting for something to insert into the mouth there. Oh, my God.
Nina, what is wrong with you today?
No, what is wrong with this show? Who paints this?
Oh my god.
Oh, I can't even. Oh my God. Okay.
Oh, see, I was right.
Oh, no, it wasn't Peggy and Carter. It was
Well,
Black Widow was behind.
So they
them.
were tag teaming.
Tag team. True.
Now, let's be fair. If they were tag team, you wouldn't mind. I'm just saying. If it was
Wow.
Haley Atwell
Not that gonna
and Scarlett Johansson, I'm just saying.
Shane
Yep.
G.
Oh, no.
Shane
You
G's
ain't wrong.
knows has got
You
it.
ain't wrong, Damajanai, but Shane G's right. He's getting it populated down.
Very peculiar colonoscopy right there.
There you go.
Yeah. Vidfile 1 says, "Is this what Love and Thunder is going to be?" Most
Yeah,
likely.
probably.
Probably
We'll find out
so.
in what 6-7 months. Something like that.
I mean, did you see how hopped up they were on coke on the set? Like with those pictures that came out, I was like, man, these guys are so fucking high.
They were sampling your stuff, Nina.
Thanks for selling it to them, Teresa.
No, you were the seller.
No,
thought she was just
no,
a
no,
supplier.
no.
No, I'm just the mule.
I don't sell it. I supply it. I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah. So they yeah. Oh my God. And then what's his name? Killmonger
Gets him
decides
Through the
to-
magic of head of Ultron body.
Yeah.
Yes, decides to take the fucking Infinity Stones and
Somehow. Like we have no explanation as how he's able
Well,
to achieve this.
here's the other thing too, right? Here's the other thing. A mortal can't hold the stones.
Right.
It killed
That's-
killed Tony.
Thank you.
If
I was
a
like,
mortal
isn't
can't
that
a
the
mortal can't
entire
hold one
plot?
stone. Never mind all 6.
Thank you, because
it
I was
killed
like,
Tony
this is
Stark.
the entire plot
Mhm.
of the first movie of Guardians of the Galaxy,
Yep.
and why I loved it so much was that, like, if you held one Infinity Stone, you could destroy yourself if you're immortal. And like that scene in the end when they're like, kind of like reaching out to each other and they're trying to hold each other's hand, and like, he's like Peter Quill's like realizes that he's not immortal, that he's like fucking, a half
part
god or
god,
whatever.
yeah.
Like he's just like that was the entire storyline. And then this guy's like, bruh, I'm here.
Yeah.
I'm Killmonger.
He got BLM power, so that's why he can.
He's protected with his vibranium.
He can
Wow.
hold it.
It's like multiple layers of vibranium supposedly to protect him, because it's different technology, because like there's the time stone in the Eye of Agamotto, right? And that's what allows Doctor Strange to use it without killing himself, because he's using the magic of the Sorcerer Supreme. But here,
Yes.
what does Killmonger have? He has Ultron's armor for some reason, and yet it protects him from carrying the stones, but he hasn't used them. Well, he uses them once to like knock everyone down, but you're right, Demajani, that should have killed him.
Yeah. Because Tony had the gauntlet that he made.
Well, maybe it's
Wait,
something
and
from
it still killed
Wakanda. You know, maybe it's Wakandan genetics or something.
I don't know.
Hold on, I have one question that might explain this. Maybe, possibly. Is the weird Doctor Strange shield still active? That's like helping him not explode. I don't know.
Maybe.
Could be.
Yeah.
Because that's the only thing that I can think of that would cause him not
But
to.
you know,
Well, if he had the
you
shield,
know
how could
what?
he? Yeah.
That was a good point, though. I don't think they actually thought it through, but his family line has been consuming this herb in Wakanda for generations. It could have mutated their DNA.
Yeah, vibranium.
Oh,
Well, the
that's
vibranium
a
that they've been
good
around.
point,
Because that is,
Jane.
vibranium is from another world.
Yeah, another planet, and then the purple herb that they drink to have the Black Panther powers. So.
Right.
I mean,
So-
but even still, the Hulk got injured, and the Hulk is gamma powered by
Right.
using
Yeah.
the stones.
Ooh,
So,
that's a good
I
point
mean-
too.
Then it's just somebody smoked too much dope and did this.
Yeah, like essentially,
Or not
Killmonger here.
enough.
Killmonger here could only do one action, and then he would die.
Yeah.
That's the rules that we currently understand them to be right now.
69 people in here. Nice.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Nice.
so that's why Nina is all on the.
Nice.
Hey. It went to 65. Damn.
So someone owes us 4.
Yeah.
Everyone was like, "Fuck this." All right. So then they're like, "Oh my god, what are we gonna do? We didn't see that coming."
I saw that coming a mile away.
So did I. So did everyone else that was watching that had 2 fucking neurons.
Right.
So what? The Watcher owes us this. What is he talking about? I forget.
He's talking about using the stones to restore their individual planets, or
Right.
universes, right?
Wouldn't work. That's what
Which
brings us
wouldn't
right
work.
back.
Thank you, Demajani. Yeah. So I mean, it makes no sense. Although he does make everyone think about it, because everyone was like, "Wait a minute, kind of has a point. Maybe we want our worlds to be back." Look how! Oh my God, his face.
Those
I hate
lips.
it.
He needs to have a beard. Thor needs a beard.
He really does. He really does. T'Challa, Thor. He's explaining to them. Emo goth, Doctor Strange.
Emo goth.
He does some more stuff.
But yeah, that should kill him.
Yep.
That should kill him. And then this dude.
Like, hello.
He's like, "Hey, I'm still here."
He reminds me of Kang from Ninja Turtles.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Yeah.
Krang.
Or Krang,
whatever.
yeah.
Yeah.
Krang.
Yeah.
Krang.
The brain in the
That's why I
stomach.
forgot about that.
Yeah,
The
that's, what he
Utron
reminded- that's the first thing I thought of when I saw him.
Yeah, or at
But that's
least
funny,
not
'cause-
have Thor have makeup. Yeah, that,
Right.
So,
I know, right?
because Zemo does have like an artificial body, and it's basically just a giant television head with arms and legs that walks around, right? If I'm not
Yeah.
mistaken.
No, yeah, you're right.
So yeah,
Yeah.
that's what they're doing here with Ultron. They're making him, making Ultron the body.
Which again, that's why I said this.
Well,
is
it's
so
actually
stupid.
Vision's
Why
body
would,
now.
Why would they even
Yeah,
have this
Vision's
guy like take over? That's so stupid. Hydra never died; it just mutated. Oh my God, these people. So
And
then he
so-
takes back the stones.
He's like, mine.
Somehow they both have telepathy or telekinesis. Sorry,
That's-
it's just
That's the other thing that I was wondering about. But then this is how I explained it to myself, because like these things don't really get explained by the writer. So this is how I explained it to myself. Killmonger realized that he still has the power of the stones, and obviously the Power Stone and all those stones give you telepathy. So he's like, wait a minute, I still have some power, and he starts like actually using his mind to use the telepathy to bring it back down. But that's the only thing I can think of, because before that, like, he's a human, so he doesn't have telepathy, like, unless he does because of that juice that they give to him. But I don't think that juice gives you telepathy.
No.
No, it's
So-
just physical powers.
Yeah, that's all it is.
Yeah, so I think that the only reason that this could be explained is he realized that he still somewhat has the power of the stones. So, he decided to use whatever power was remaining to try and get them back. But, which resulted in them just fighting out some weird little, what's it called?
You're
Like,
doing tug of war.
Yeah, it's tug
yeah,
of war.
kind of like in what's it called? Dragon Ball Z. They're just like,
Oh, you
"Arr!"
mean energy?
Just
beam
charging.
battle?
Yeah, they're just
Beam
charging
battle.
up. They're like, "Arr, arr," and that's
43
pretty much
episodes
it.
later.
I'm gonna need y'all to dial down the hate on Dragon Ball Z. When I need you at a 10, I'm gonna need y'all to put that down to a 2. Thank you.
Oh gosh. I think at this point I was like, please God, make it stop.
It's the magic of writing, of terrible writing. It is.
Still not over.
Yes, it is, Scribe.
They got two dudes fighting over stones.
Oh, hey-oh.
Oh my gosh.
We were never meant to win, says Doctor Strange. We were here to separate the stones from the body.
Which is
okay.
inconsequential when he crystallizes them. It's like,
Right.
okay, no, they're now in a pocket universe. Doesn't matter if the stones are in a body or not. It's separated now.
Well, it's not only that, he froze them in time. 'Cause remember, that's what he was doing that whole time when he was eating all of the gods from different dimensions.
Mhm.
Right.
He froze himself in time. So that's one of the powers he really mastered. So that's why they're stuck like that. Because they're essentially, he froze them in that particular spot in time.
But he has to keep him there, right? Isn't that what the
Yep.
Watcher said? It's your job now to watch him or keep him?
Yep.
Or...
Yep.
Oh, that'll drive you insane.
There's
I mean,
Freeform.
listen, that's like got to be the worst game of PlayStation. Because you're like sitting there, just the one game is just keeping.
No,
You're the one controlling the tug of war. Like, wow, this is my job.
You
The
make a very good point.
signs are still on.
Well,
They're
think of it this
still
way.
writing on them.
This demon
when-
Doctor Strange has to watch a section of the Marvel Cinematic Universe created in 2020 for all of eternity.
Oh, wow. That's
some
hell.
torture right there.
That's
hell.
torture.
Yeah.
That's definite torture, right?
But yeah, there's
there.
still power going to those signs. You're right, Nina.
There's still power. To
Nina is not
One
giving up
hell of
on
a generator.
This is the
Nina
SH still stands for some reason.
Nina's not even talking about the plot holes with the Infinity Stone. No, it's the
Wow.
signage. Damn it! It should be working.
Right.
Come on.
There needs to be a complete change of landscape in this scene from all the fighting and explosions that have occurred.
I mean, listen. Let's to be fair. I know y'all was cutting on Dragon Ball Z, but when Majin Buu blew stuff up, he blew it up.
They blew
Yes,
it
they
up.
did.
They blew it up.
They
blew it up.
When
would
Cell
be
wanted to make
fighting in, like,
his
deserts and
stage for the
stuff.
games, he
Yep.
cleared that all. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the
Nappa.
one thing that made sense about Dragon Ball Z was that they would destroy everything that they were around because
Nappa
that's
came
how
in. The
powerful
first
they
thing he
were.
did was blow up a whole city with 2 fingers. 2 fingers, he blew the whole city up. I mean, that's the one thing you can't take away from Dragon Ball. They definitely knew how to do wonton destruction.
Yeah, and they did it well and made sense. I mean, maybe that's why I expect a little bit of reality. I mean, look, this car shouldn't be here anymore. Okay, I'm sorry, but no. Okay. And then she smiles at least. Okay, that's.
I thought she was gonna make out with Black Widow. I would have been happy.
Okay. Yeah. So then he's like in the they're in this little ball of universe that he made, and he's like, okay, I'm just gonna take care of this. From the failed Infinity Crusher to Killmonger's betrayal and my what? Something. And my something.
But here's
my
the thing.
sacrifice.
Here's the thing I want to say though. So, excuse me. We already established there are more watchers. This was basically like almost like in this what if was almost equivalent to DC's Crisis on Infinite Earths, right? So where were the other gods? Because Ultron doing what he's doing was breaking all the rules. Like I know it's getting a little meta when me saying, the Living Tribunal and all that stuff coming, but there are other beings. Like he said, he swore an oath. He swore oath to somebody, right? That there are other gods that's supposed to be like, if he's if this guy's breaking the rules that much that he's gone into the Watcher's realm and then just destroying other universes, the other gods would have been like, dude,
Yeah.
turn off. Look, you didn't even need to do all that. All the other guys have to do is just turn off the other Infinity Stones. The Living Tribunal can turn them off.
Mm-hmm.
He can turn off the Infinity Stones. Just turn them off. If he's doing that much destruction, somebody would have been like, okay, done. Turn it off. That's it. Then he would just been a regular android.
Shane G says Yuata creeps the rest of the Watchers out.
Probably.
Well, like here's the thing that's very troublesome. We get all the way to the end of the story to find out that Doctor Strange was really the only person needed in order to get us to this point.
Exactly.
It's like he could have done this from the very beginning. Could have done this before he got all the Infinity Stones.
He didn't need anybody. Nope. But then it didn't end there. Oh, this is this part. This was something. It's time to go, Captain. So he's sending them all back to their respective universes where they're from. And this is when Captain Carter was like, "Don't I get my happy ending?" And he's like, "No, bitch. Get the fuck out of here."
You'd rather return to another time? Like she's like, yeah. He's like, well, trust me, that world, that time.
Yeah, trust me, that world, that time. Like they need you in their world, blah blah blah. And she's like,
and she just got the sad face and walks away.
And she's
somebody should have told that to Steve because he stepped out of his one world, his one time for her.
Darn right.
Mm-hmm.
And then this chick's like, "I ain't going back to my world. You can kiss that shit goodbye."
I was the last person on that planet. There was nobody left.
Yeah, there's nobody left to go back to. What the fuck? And he's like, "Yeah, okay. It's okay, lady. I'll take you back to another world, which has a Captain America." Which was I gotta say, I love seeing this scene with actual Captain America.
Yeah, that was good.
The real one.
This was probably the best scene of the entire series, minus this bitch.
Captain Manverse.
And by the way, just so you know, this is what I've been saying the entire time. What you see happening right here is your opening to bring back Scarlett Johansson. And being that she just made nice with Disney, she'll be back.
Oh,
this right here is telling you they can do exactly that. And on top of the fact that we already seen
I don't think
Gamora
they knew
is
that
back.
before, though, Damaj and I. This was made before that settlement happened.
No, I know that.
It was, yeah.
It was
I know
also
that,
made
but that's
before she
my
sued
point.
him.
My point being is the fact that this was the whole thing was that everybody's saying, "Oh, well, she's done," and whatever. She's not. They could easily bring her back now, especially when she said, "Oh, I look forward to working with you guys again." Yeah, because that leaves the door open for her to do this again. Just saying.
Well,
These will be the only movies that make money with her name attached to them. So yeah.
You heard it here first.
Jane, what was that? I didn't hear you.
No, I was just saying it was probably written before the lawsuit too.
See, that's what I said.
Oh,
yeah, it was recorded like 3 years ago.
Oh, that's no doubt. But I'm just saying that was the whole plan from the jump, meaning it was before the lawsuit. So we knew that this was a concept that could happen. I knew it. But most people say, "Oh, her contract's up, that she's not going to go back." When she's making this lawsuit. But I'm like, then after they made nice after the lawsuit, I'm like, well, that leaves your door open for this scenario that we're watching to happen.
So now, do you think that also means that Captain America is going to be back? Steve Rogers? Oh,
yeah, it's possible.
If he
Why
wants
not?
to.
Yeah.
I don't think he's ever coming back.
I don't think he's coming back either.
Because he's flip-flopped over the last couple of years. No, I don't want to come back. And then he's like, we always leave the door open. Then, no, I don't want to come back.
I don't even think it's that. It's just it's a new world where they don't want men.
Yeah.
In it.
I guess it really depends on how much money they offer him, but I think this is the world that we're going to now.
Well, they're going into a direction where they don't have to pay the estates of the character creators. So they're using all the stuff that's new in contract heroes to establish this next generation of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And the last two properties they have to worry about are Fantastic Four and X-Men.
Right. Unless, what do you think the estate's going to do? Yeah.
Yeah, but I get again, like I said, I think that this is the way that they're going forward to is this scene right here, like women kicking gods. I mean, this is a actual
Loki.
mortal going up against freaking Loki.
Yeah.
And Loki getting knocked out because he's a
gotta
freaking
cuck those men.
Yeah, but Loki was neutered in this Disney series.
I was told you were dead.
Yeah.
which he wouldn't even care.
Why would
Well,
he
at least
give a
he's still
shit?
Henry V.
Yeah, I didn't like
Oh,
this where
boy.
she zapped him or whatever, and with the Mind Stone.
Yeah, she zapped him with the Mind Stone.
Nick Fury with that great, brilliant assumption that turns out to be correct. It's like, you're not Black Widow, but you got
I know.
her
How do
here. It's
you
like,
even know that? Like,
that's a lot to assume with just one action.
one action, like, and he can't see. Like, don't forget, he can't see the fucking Watcher. Like, these people
Nor
can't see the
explain how
Watcher.
she came here.
Yeah, or like explain how the
If
hell
anything,
she
he'd be
turned
like
up.
locking her down, putting her in an interrogation room. Who are
the
you
hell are
really?
you?
Who gave you
Yeah.
surgery to look like Natasha?
Yeah.
Are you a Krell? Or what are those things?
Are you a
called?
Skrull or a
Skrull,
clone?
yeah. Like what the hell are
Exactly.
you? Why are you taking over Natasha's body? Like we gotta freaking examine you now.
That would have
Meanwhile,
made sense. That would have made sense if right when she appeared, Nick's like, arrest her.
yeah. Meanwhile, Peter Quill is still in a fucking burger hat for some reason. And
Now he's part of the what do they call him?
He's part of the Guardians of the Galaxy.
No, that's not
Is
what
he
they
not?
were. They were the pirate team. What were they
The
called?
Ravagers.
The Ravagers. Now he's a
Ravagers,
Ravager. Yeah.
yeah, that is Dairy Queen Peter Quill.
There.
Because he's still wearing the same freaking outfit, which makes no sense. Why is he even here? But okay.
Maybe T'Challa will give him the jacket the way Finn got the jacket.
Yeah, they all returned back to the point in time they immediately left. So he's there to finish saving Peter Quill from
Okay,
Ego.
that's why I made a mistake. Yeah, you're right. I thought he was in this scene because that was a bad transition to the this is the scene that we saw, and then the next scene we see is these guys. So I thought that they were there. Like,
Oh, on the helicarrier?
yeah, I was
Yeah.
like, why are these? Did he like mistakenly put them on that on that helicarrier instead of their world? Because that makes no fucking sense. But no. So then she goes back with Iron Man that got rejected. He goes back to Vegas with Jayne while he was partying, blah, blah, blah. And then this dude, he's all, I will protect it to the end, me watching all you people because I am a pervert. And that's it. Wait, actually, that's not it. There was an ending scene. This was the ending scene. So,
I missed
Captain
this part.
Yeah, Captain America goes back.
Gets punched in the face.
She gets yeah. And then Black Widow comes and she's all like, hey, and then they hug. Because she rescues her, and then she's like, you won't believe where I've been, and blah blah blah. And she's like, you won't believe what we found. And then she takes her to this place where she sees this fucking thing.
Hydra Stomper, yeah.
The Hydra Stomper. And she's like, you won't believe who's inside it. And that's the end. And that's literally the ending shot of the series.
Oh, so I missed that.
The two
I turned it off after the
future of the MCU.
Yeah.
The future of the MCU, exactly, Jayne.
So I'm trying to figure
right
out. It wouldn't be Steve in there. He'd have been dead.
Yeah, it would be Steve in there.
He should
I think
be
it's
dead,
Steve
yeah.
in there.
Yeah.
How would he be in there?
Maybe he's like an adjacent form of the Winter Soldier project. They keep freezing him and then recruit him for the Hydra Stomper.
Oh, you know what? That would be kind of crazy because
Bucky's
remember
yeah.
Bucky's not there, so that would be her version of the Winter Soldier.
That's right.
Maybe he's a zombie. I don't know.
Even better.
He's like a zombie inside there, and then she opens it up, and he's like, ah! And then, that's it. There's a new zombie apocalypse. What? Check out the red suit. Which other red suit? There's a red suit.
Check
What
out
I
the
missed?
red on the suit.
I don't see it. This red?
Oh yeah, a
Okay.
little bit.
So
I'm not
it's
sure.
was it?
I'm
Is
not
it supposed
seeing
to have
what
like
it
the
is.
Russian star on it and the sickle and hammer? Or
Oh, I don't know. The other question is, did the tentacles take him to the other alternate dimension? Oh, God.
They did.
Naked Fame says Steve Rogers is laying dead in an alley in NYC. Oh God, that's
Oh.
dark. Okay, well,
Yeah, I think this is
Yeah,
like the
that's it.
beginning of the death of the MCU.
This was it. That was the end of season 1 of What If. And I just want to quickly bring up a thread that was discussed on Twitter, which I thought was kind of interesting to tie it up all together. Says, which season finale was your favorite? WandaVision, Falcon and the Winter Soldier, Loki, or What If?
That's kind of tough there.
That's a really tough question because they all sucked.
Yeah.
So
they never landed.
Well,
Which one sucked
if
less?
I'm gonna have to pick one, I say What If was better than all of them at least, because what did Loki do? It didn't really do anything. Falcon and the Winter Soldier, that ending was him preaching, and then WandaVision was basically her reading the Darkhelm. That was
Oh, Tina says Loki. I love you.
Oh, she
Tina.
loves Loki.
She would love Loki. Yeah, that's okay.
I
You
love
can
you,
love
Tina.
Loki. It just the ending of Loki has thrown the entire MCU into chaos even more so than it was prior. So
it. Yeah, exactly.
it's the most significant, I guess, as a result.
I don't know which one I would go with.
Well, Bucky didn't have a girlfriend at the end of Falcon, so I can't say that one.
Well, I liked WandaVision if I were to say something that I actually enjoyed the most, mostly until the very end, actually. I thought it was more fun, and it didn't make me want to jump off a cliff. I didn't lose the will to live. So
I also
WandaVision.
WandaVision started out good for me. I enjoyed the concept because it was a very different concept.
I
They just
really
didn't
like the beginning of WandaVision.
They didn't stick the landing at all.
Yeah, they didn't do anything with that concept. They went, I don't know. They went.
They
to
really
Wanda
fucked
being
up the ending.
Wanda being the bad guy but not being a bad guy. I'm like, what?
Yeah, the 75% of it was good, and then it went to hell in a handbasket.
I also think it rushed through the time frames too quickly.
Yeah.
Agree.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't know.
I would say the ending of WandaVision that they had planned to have and didn't.
Is it true that they're giving what's the name of her own show to now?
They are Harkness.
Yeah, Agatha Harkness.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know.
Why?
She's getting a
I
spin-off.
have no idea.
I mean, let's see if it actually happens, because sometimes they're like, this bitch's getting a spin-off, and then 2 years later they're like, no, she's not. Like, you know, it's like
Yeah, I think they would do that. I mean, look, they're not going to waste a female lead show.
And
You know
then
that.
people liked her.
People did like her.
She wasn't I would have liked her more. All right, so like I don't know if I said this before, but to me would have made it like when she kidnapped the twins, and you saw the Darkhelm that it was sitting in there when she's in the little dungeon thing. I was like, I'm thinking, okay. I was thinking she's gonna blackmail Wanda to use her power to release Mephisto.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what I thought. That would have been dope if you're saying like, yeah, like, because remember she's saying my husband, like, you know, you never really show her husband, so really her husband would have been Mephisto. You know what I'm saying? And be like, I need you to release my husband. You know what I'm saying? And then have him come out. That'd have been like, oof. You know what I'm saying? Like, she really has some darkness to her for real.
So maybe they'll
Because
do
all it seemed like that she wanted was just Wanda's power. That's it. That really didn't seem like a real dark ambition.
She killed a dog.
Yeah.
She killed a dog. Thank you, Jane. Fuck that shit.
It's evil. I mean, you know, what's more evil than that?
So they'll do a Mephisto storyline probably if they spin it off.
I don't. Yeah, we can
What's
hope.
What's up with Disney and liking dog killers? Like, first they come out with a freaking Cruella movie. Now they're like, let's make a Agatha Harkness movie because this bitch killed a dog too.
It's the Mouse House.
Yeah, because they're really made up of serial killers.
Yeah.
You'd think they'd be killing cats since they're more threatening to mice than dogs.
I know, right? How dare you, script doctor? Don't give them any ideas, damn it.
Adam,
Oops.
I like the first two episodes of Loki. That was it.
I really like the start of WandaVision. It went to shit. Falcon and the Winter Soldier was all shit.
Yeah.
It was just fucking terrible. So I I think that one's probably the worst one for me.
Mm-hmm.
Loki had ups and downs because at one point I was like, oh, this is good, and then I was like, oh shit, and then I was like, oh, this is good, and then I was like, oh shit. So it was like it's like a roller coaster, Loki. What
Loki,
if
I
was,
hated from beginning to end.
oh, you did?
It wasn't
Yeah,
one
I don't
thing
know.
I liked about Loki. I'm with Jayne.
I just like the first two. After that, I was done, but I don't like anything else. I think I liked the first episode of WandaVision. The What If, it was just Doctor Strange.
Yeah, I think I guess for me at this point, I would say WandaVision was the best one out of the lot. I just cannot say What If because What If just is it was so
Sucks.
trash.
It was just a mess.
Speaking of Falcon and Winter Soldier, right? Who do you think is getting that shield next? Because you know he ain't gonna keep it. I got my bets on America Chavez.
What are you
America
talking about? He
Chavez.
just had a
He
whole
just got
series
it.
where he got the fucking
Yeah,
shield.
he ain't keeping that
Well, he's
shield.
not gonna
bro.
keep it. That
He
was
ain't
a
gonna
virtue
keep that
signal.
shield. You know
Yeah,
that.
but they announced that he's going to be he's in the next film.
Oh, he
He's
can be in the
Captain
next
America
film.
We'll use it in the next
Oh, he
film.
can be in the next film. Oh, please
You don't
believe he
think
can be in the
you
next
don't think
film.
he's going to have the shield?
No.
I think. Look, I think by the end of this next few phases, he ain't gonna be the next Captain America.
He's not.
What?
I loved him as Falcon. I loved
Yeah,
him.
well,
I
that's
love
what
him
he
as
should have been.
Falcon too.
But
I think they did a disservice by dissing Falcon. I think he should have stayed Falcon and then gone just like the comic books. He should have gone to Bucky and then to Falcon. You know, one by
But
one.
see, the
Go
problem is
in
if they messed up
I
Bucky
agree,
so
George.
much that it wouldn't have even worked.
Well, yeah, the way they
so
did it.
the only reason I
Absolutely.
say this is because just think about this here. Like this is the one problem that we have when they're adapting comic movies is that in the comics, Bruce Wayne could be Batman since the 30s.
Right.
But you can't do that in real life. So at some point, Anthony Mackie is gonna have to, retire that shield. And I'm just doing on average. How many movies did Cap have? He had what, 7 total?
Yeah.
So how many
about a
he's had
decade,
now?
yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
but
so-
see, the
so
problem is
my
that you're
point-
looking at it logically. Like
Yeah.
there's some plan for him to be captain for a while. It was never that. It's a one-shot deal. He got it. They got their virtue signal, and now it's over.
Now,
Yeah,
I think I'm with Demogeny, though. I think they're going to do it at least for a few movies. They're not.
Yeah, they're gonna give him a few movies, but then I'm telling you, by probably, let's say the next big bad, whoever their big bad is, he's not gonna be Captain anymore.
So you don't
He's
think
not.
they're still going to go to Bucky? I always loved Bucky when he became Cap in the comics. I mean, when I almost liked him more than Steve Rogers when he finally became. You don't think they're going to flip it to him?
I don't think they're gonna do that at all. You know why? The only reason why is because age and contract. Because he's been Winter Soldier for several movies now. So even if they give it to him, what are they gonna do? But what they can do, and I'm just going by as far as age and contracts.
Right.
America Chavez, they're starting her young.
Oh.
They're starting Ms. Marvel young. So guess who's gonna be?
Right, I see where you're
Oh,
going. I
you're
see.
And they don't have to
hand
pay
this
any
over?
estates of
So
better
that's
creators.
exactly where I was gonna ask. Do you think that basically they're heading to like a she
shield?
cap?
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Absolutely.
who would that she cap be? Like, do you think it's gonna be like a Peggy Carter
It
cap?
can't be
like they
Peggy because
did?
Peggy's again.
With What
We
If?
talk. Yeah,
Haley
that would
Atwell.
sound great, but if they use a younger version of her, but Haley Atwell is. I mean, we've seen her already as Peggy Carter, so she's probably too old to keep going as Cap. But like again, my thing I'm looking at is that with these younger actresses that they're putting in there, you have them young because I do know they're putting. I think America Chavez is going to be in her teens. They're not even making her older, so she's going to be in her teens, which gives her that.
Well, that would make sense with
Yeah.
if they add the She-Hulk. So you'd have She-Hulk, Ms. Marvel.
Yep, She-Hulk, Miss Marvel.
Chavez.
You're gonna have Wanda. Wanda's still gonna, because she's only been in 3 movies. So
Yeah.
I'm just looking at what contract wise would be. So she's been in 3 movies. So you probably give her maybe another 4, right? And then you're gonna have who else we got? We already know we got Brie Larson, right?
You got,
So you
G-
think this girl is gonna be the
You got
new
Monica
Captain
Rambeau.
America?
Yep, Monica Rambeau, correct. Yeah.
What about T'Challa's sister as
Yes.
Black
Well,
Panther?
if she doesn't get canceled, because
Oh yeah,
Overplayed.
she's probably gonna get canceled.
yeah,
So
for
you think
thinking,
this girl is gonna be the new Cap?
I bet you she will. I got 50 push-ups on it.
believe
Who
it.
wants to take me on that bet? 50 push-ups.
Real push-ups?
Yeah, real push-ups.
Wait a minute.
Well, I agree with you, though.
Wait a minute. If you're talking about her, if you're talking about Chavez, but then you're also going to talk about, they talked about the possibility of Lionheart or Ironheart. I can't even remember her name.
Oh, you mean Ironheart? Yeah, she's going to be in Black Panther too. She's in it.
She's Ironheart's gonna be the new Iron Man, and then this
Yeah.
bitch gonna be the
I think
new
it's going to
Captain
crash.
America.
I think if they go this route, it'll crash. Because the one thing about the Avengers is that they had a good selection. You know, it was a broad spectrum across people. It wasn't
the problem
just
is that
like
if they want to have a young Avengers sort of grouping, they could
Yep,
have
Kate
created
Bishop, correct.
their own new characters or gotten characters that weren't exactly like their predecessors. It just
Right.
it doesn't make any sense the approach they're taking, except that they just want a female version
right
of all these
Which is funny when you think about it. There was never a all male version of any team.
No, but that's why
it was
saying.
never that. But now
Never.
we got to have an all female version of a team. But there never
Hey,
was a
Forrest.
all male version of any team.
No. That's why I said they had a good a choice from across the field. I mean, you had Black Widow, Iron Man, Thor.
The X-Men. I mean, the X-Men were all
X-Men has a lot.
Rogue, Storm, Rogue, go you name it.
Jubilee. I mean,
I would love to see Jubilee.
Dazzler.
Yep.
Dazzler, yeah, that's an underused one.
Jean Grey. Jean Grey's one of my favorite freaking X-Men. She's the most powerful X-Men, really.
Yeah,
the other one too, the chick that was she's really pretty. The
Mystique?
I always forget her. The white. She's like
the white.
Oh no, you're talking about the
in the X-Men.
Emma Frost.
Emma Frost. Thank you.
Yeah,
I fucking love Emma Frost. She's so pretty.
Yeah. Well, Emma Frost is, which is funny. They showed it in the First Class, but like she has like two mutant abilities. She has the telekinesis, and she can turn her body to diamond. Even though they really didn't show it much. Obviously, I guess because of like CGI reasons, but.
Yeah,
like,
but she's so great. I mean, this is what I'm talking about though. Like they've been like full of female superheroes,
exactly.
and, like the counterpart to the men
exactly
for so long,
but they want to make it all female, and I'm telling you, look. 50 push-ups. I got a bad feeling she's gonna have that shield by the time Phase 6 is over or whatever.
I don't think anyone's gonna take that bet, Dimajan. I think we all kind of agree.
We don't agree. We don't disagree on that.
I mean, that is basically what everyone's been talking about, like Gary and them about the next phase being the MCU. This is the MCU. I mean, the next one that we are going to be reviewing on this channel will be Hawkeye. And I mean, Hawkeye is the next one that's going to be getting femmed.
Terrible.
You know what? Speaking of that, I'm glad. I always thought Kate Bishop was his daughter. What's that supposed to be his daughter?
I was confused by that. I thought that was his
confused.
daughter. I
didn't follow much of Hawkeye. I know he's from the circus,
It's not his
and
daughter.
he had a thing with Black Widow, and that's about as far as I got
It's a
into his
completely
character.
different person, which never made any sense because you would think it would be his daughter.
Yeah, because in the
he's got two.
In the what was it? Endgame.
Yeah.
He was teaching her how to use the bow. So I was like, oh, okay, Kate Bishop. I was thinking Kate Bishop is just going to be like an alias so that people don't know that that's his daughter. But they're just saying Kate Bishop is a whole nother person. That I'm like, what?
I agree.
Now I heard the rumor that his daughter would be the new Hawkeye, and that Kate Bishop would be the Ronin, or maybe the reverse was the
problem
case.
is that she, in the comics, she does take on the Hawkeye name too.
Okay. So she's not just Ronin, she's Hawkeye.
Yeah.
See, I didn't know
Matt's
that.
Mama
I
Bear
agree with
saying, I
Dimajan.
just want to see Dimajan and I do 50 push-ups for science. I kind of agree with that,
Push-up
Matt.
stream.
Push-up stream, yes.
You never know. We may get lucky to the point where when they start putting these out, they crash and they pull back. I don't think they will, but
But you know what's the worst part about it is, but what they're doing is basically killing characters I wanted to see, because I love She-Hulk.
cool.
I think She-Hulk would have been
awesome.
great, but
Yeah.
you know they're going to F that up.
Yeah.
They're gonna make her unlikable. You know what I'm saying?
They're gonna make
Like,
her Ally McBeal and not as fun.
yeah,
I-
there you go.
I-
there you go.
I mean, look,
They
let's
got the
be
casting right, but what do they do from there?
the perfect example, like Ms. Marvel. You know, Carol Danvers back in the day. I liked her. She wasn't like one of my favorites, but she was cool. You know, just seemed like a cool character. Then they changed her to this agenda-based icon that just doesn't. It's just like Like first off, the costume they have her in, I hate it. I hate that costume.
I hate that costume too. I don't
that
understand why
costume.
they didn't go with the black with the
lightning bolt.
the
Yeah,
lightning bolt. That was
She could
was a
have kept
cool
that and
iteration
still
of her.
been Captain
Yeah,
Marvel.
absolutely.
Yeah,
You know?
I like that Rogue stole all her powers and
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
I wanted to see that happen.
Yeah, well, we'll see how they're gonna do that because that needs to happen because that's one thing that I didn't like about the X-Men that we had, all the Hugh Jackman X-Men and all that stuff was the fact that we never really had a proper Rogue. And the other thing too is like in the X-Men that they put out, they made like Rogue Wolverine's protege when it really was supposed to be Jubilee. Jubilee should have been his protege.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Agree. Yep.
That and I would love to see. That's another character I would love. I would love to see Jubilee because, by the way,
I hated Jubilee. Like the entire time I was watching the X-Men when I was a kid, I was like, I fucking hate her. She's
you
so
mean
useless.
in the cartoon version?
Yeah,
yeah,
in the
but see
cartoon.
that.
You're
But
talking about the comic books.
yeah, well, see, in the comics, right when Wolverine, when he first lost his adamantium, when Magneto pulled it out of him, and he found out that his bones were actually the adamantium skeleton, she had matured, and her mutant abilities could kill somebody now. Like her powers had gotten her powers. It wasn't just like a light show that it kind of like stunned you. She could kill people.
Weird firework show.
Yeah,
power.
like her. It was plasma. Basically, it's
useless.
basically she generated plasma that it looked like fireworks, but really now she could. At that that was actually one of the few comic books that I have that I still own, where she said, "Yeah, my powers have upgraded, and now I can actually kill somebody with my power."
Wow.
So that would have been cool to see her, go forward with that. You know what I'm saying?
Well, the other problem I have is that I feel at this point that I'm never going to get a solo Gambit movie.
I know,
And that
Jane. I've
hurts
wanted
my
a
heart.
solo Gambit and like Rogue movie forever. Like just their love story and like just them together. Like, please just give me a movie. Like,
They had one they were planning for a while with what was it, Channing Tatum?
Channing Tatum. I don't see him as Gambit though.
I don't like him as Gambit.
I have the feature script that they wrote for that. It's all right.
Was it?
It was all right.
It's all right. In fact, you can go over to Bounding into Comics. One of their writers reviewed it.
Okay.
So you can check out what it was.
I mean,
he's a diehard Gambit fan too.
Whatever happened
I'm glad
to
that
it
it was
I
good,
kept
but
hearing
I
about
just
it,
don't.
then it disappeared.
Yeah, I just don't see him as Gambit though.
No, neither do I.
I don't either.
He seems like
Keanu
Gambit.
Reeves looks more like Gambit.
No,
Exactly.
I
Like
Taylor
Gambit's
as
supposed to be
Gambit.
more like a sleek, quick thief. Like because Channing Tatum just seemed a little too buff for me. Just a
Who'd you
little too
say,
buff.
Jane?
Taylor, the one who played him before, Taylor Keith.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that poor guy. Hollywood tried to make him a leading man star, and he's
What was
not.
it, five times?
He's a character actor.
Yeah.
I want to see someone like, I mean, and now he's a little too old, but I would have liked to see like Matthew McConaughey as Gambit. Because I think it would have been like, 'cause he's got that Southern accent and he could have done like somebody who was a really like, they're hot, but they can also do a Southern accent. Like,
Yeah.
I'm cool with they can Taylor is still young enough that they could use him if they would just do it already.
ooh, I wouldn't mind Ryan Gosling as fucking.
Yeah.
Ryan
would
Gosling doesn't
mind.
have range.
I don't
Yeah,
like
but,
him.
yeah, but he's
No.
hot. I can see that.
That's all. No, you see that? Look. He's hot. That's all that matters.
He's
Yeah.
okay, but
Kate
Toxic.
Blanchett's getting it.
he doesn't look Cajun.
That's true. He doesn't look Cajun. You're right. I don't. But then again, I mean, they could do makeup, can't they? I don't. They could make him look like-
Nina's all for it. She's like,
They could look like
put a little makeup on him. Yeah.
One way
She's
ticket to canceling.
Nikki G, thank you so much for the $10. Says, I agree with script. We're probably seeing these derivative iterations of the legacy characters to avoid paying residuals to the original creatives. But will these characters be as popular as the OGs?
No,
Hell no.
Not with the way they're being written, no. I mean, the fact of the matter is that you can always get lucky with introducing new characters that resonate with your audience, and it doesn't have to do anything with, tearing down the previous characters or anything of that nature. It's really just kind of adding more to the buffet, so to speak, so that you have other options to pick and choose from, and create a fan base that can have debates of like, oh, who would this new character that just came on the scene, could they beat up this character, just as like a hypothetical type of thing. But then you have integrate stories where they all kind of work together, or they have their own stories going off. But what we ended up getting in 2012 is a whole slew of these characters that are very superficial. They don't achieve what came before did in their debuts, and they're quite literally just invented so that Marvel itself as a company did not have to pay or worry about paying residuals to the estates of the original creators who are currently in court right now fighting for the rights. So yeah, it's really just this happened right when Disney acquired Marvel. So prior to that issue, Marvel was content, not maybe happy about it, but content with keeping things in the status quo. But once Disney got their hands on it, it's like, okay, we are not wasting any more of the $4 billion we spent buying Marvel.
Right.
So we're just going to make sure we have these new characters that we own outright, and just like with Mickey Mouse and so forth, so that we don't have to worry about creator rights and creator payouts.
The only problem is they're redoing what they did with the comics when they destroyed the comics.
Exactly.
Well, that Marvel did. I mean, again, that happened when Disney acquired Marvel. Granted, Marvel has always been having its peaks and valleys within the comics for years, especially throughout the 80s and 90s. Same thing with DC.
Right.
But it just kind of went up to 11 once Disney got their paws on the properties.
Yeah, I'm talking more of the woke. When they went woke and they started destroying the characters, you think they wouldn't repeat the same mistakes. Like, okay, we did it once here, it didn't work. There's no market for it. Yeah. Let's not muck up what we're doing in the MCU.
No, I think they did it intentionally, because it's like, well, we may not be making as much money with the legacy characters,
right,
but we're also not paying anything for the legacy characters, right? So you have to take a look at the accounting aspect of it.
It sets up the movies and things where they can say, okay, well, we're met with, it's consistent with the comics. No, it's consistent with the comics you wrote to push this particular agenda.
Right.
Yeah.
So real quick before you wrap it up, because I wanted to say, like, one of the things that made the MCU, like phase 1, so exciting, especially to like people like myself. I mean, like I'm not like super, like I don't have like a cartons of comics, but I have enough, right? Mm-hmm. So what made it so exciting is that you're seeing the characters you saw in the comic book. It's almost like they get ripped out of the page and put
come to
on
life
the screen, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Now you're changing everything to make them look like, oh well, yeah, this is the comics, like you just said, the comics for 2012. Well, we're putting those on the screen, like the America Chavez and the Ms. Marvel Kamala Khan and the Captain Marvel and all this stuff like that. They were in the comics, but they're not classic comics.
They're not what drive the audience. And that's the thing that's what Paramount ended up doing when they made the deal with Marvel Studios to license and distribute their characters. It's like, okay, great, we have this existing IP. Mm-hmm. We're going to make this great and popular. And they made the deal for the first 4 films. And once Iron Man became such a success, Bob Iger got his lackeys at Disney to say, oh, we need to buy this. And so the negotiations started. So then we got Captain America, which is a very great film. Granted, not huge at the box office, but again,
I love Captain America.
This was the starting of their franchise, and Paramount was really pleased with these results. Thor did surprisingly well. The sequel, not so much, but that's another story. Mm-hmm. But once Thor actually released, it's like basically the contracts were laid out. Paramount was unfortunately, too desperate for cash for other reasons, and badly managed that they decided to sell their licensing agreement with Marvel Studios to Disney, and then Marvel got on top, made a more lucrative deal by saying you can basically acquire the entire company as part of a subsidiary to Disney. And then as soon as that happened, the direction completely changed, because Avengers ended up not being what was rumored to be predicted. I mean, it was a huge hit to a lot of fans. People loved it, but it was supposed to be a very different type of story. It would still have the main team, including Ant-Man and I think someone else. I can't remember the name at the time because it was a decade ago. But Disney got involved. They got Joss Whedon. And Jon Favreau at that point was eased out because of his issues with regards to Iron Man 2. He did not like the direction, because when that movie came out, Disney had basically had their paws on the property. They said, do the same thing that we want. And Favreau was like, no, I want to do Demon in a Bottle. I want to make, keep the tone of Iron Man 1 with Iron Man 2. And that was a back and forth to them. And as a result, they kind of ghosted him. Mm-hmm. And then he made Chef as kind of like his own little film
which was great.
Which is a great film, kind of like recounting that story, that issue that he had to deal with at basically now a Disney-run Marvel Studios, and because he proved himself independently of that studio system, Disney brought him back as with more power within the production side of things on Marvel. And then when he pitched for doing the Mandalorian with Star Wars, Kathleen Kennedy threw him another saboteur in the guise of Dave Filoni, who is like now Favreau's trying to do his thing, and Filoni's got his own agenda at the same time.
And I've heard from Gary who says like he has like sources that told him that has seen the Eternals, and it's looking like it's very bad. The Eternals.
Probably a very hollow and empty film. Yeah.
It looks like it. And that's one of the things that I always say. Like even like with Shang-Chi, where was the villain? That's what makes. If you're gonna do a superhero movie, your villain needs to stand out. It doesn't matter if it's your big bad, the little bad, whoever's the person that the hero, your protagonist needs to overcome, needs to be somebody notable. It needs to stand out. Bottom line. That's why even though I couldn't stand the fact that you have Carnage and Venom without Spider-Man, but I still, at least the fact that you had Carnage and Venom fighting each other, okay, that makes sense. Carnage doesn't like his father. Makes sense, all right? But who does Shang-Chi fight? Again, it just doesn't make any sense.
I haven't seen the movie, so I can't even tell you.
And that's the same thing I'm looking at with the Eternals. Who are they?
Nobody cares.
Exactly.
That's the other thing.
That's
Nobody
the problem.
Cares.
Right.
And on that note, we're gonna wrap up the show. Thank you guys also very much for joining me tonight. Especially those of you on the panel, everybody in the chat. Love you guys so very much. Thank you all so much for hanging out with us. George, tell everyone where they can find you. Thank you for being here tonight.
Thank you for having me, and you can all find me at George the Giant Slayer. There's a promo video up now, and I'll be dropping a new video this week. Thank you for having me. You are all amazing. Thank you.
Excellent. Thank you so much for joining us. It was fantastic to have you here. And everybody, George's link is in the description down below, including everyone on the panel except for Damaj and I, which I will add. I'm sorry, Damaj and I forgot.
It's okay. Everybody knows where to find me.
It was in the end, so I didn't.
I put yours in the chat.
It was great meeting you, Damaj, script doctor.
Yeah, thank you. Nice meeting you too.
Wonderful meeting you all.
But real quick, are you the one that always scream George on Friday Night Live? Is that you?
Yeah,
okay,
that's me.
that makes sense. That makes sense. Because I always hear, I'm like George. Like okay, it's almost like when in Cheers, Norm comes in. Norm.
Yeah, that's the George. That's the famous George everyone screams the name of. So now everyone knows. Jayne, tell everyone where they can find you.
Yes, you can find me here on YouTube, where I post movie and television reviews and occasionally some pop culture commentary. You can also find me on Twitch, Twitter, and Instagram at Jayne Theory.
Thank you so much for being here. Jayne is awesome. She went to a gumbo festival today. Check out her Twitter. It's freaking amazing. All of it is great.
good.
Again, all of it is in the description. And Damaj and I, thank you so much for joining us tonight. Please let everyone where they can find you.
Yes, you can find me on YouTube here, on Twitter, on Instagram, DMAJINI. I do videos Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Tuesdays is the Dark Council. Saturdays is my Spellbroken Live, where I have my live streams. And then Sundays, I usually do my Spellbroken Gaming, which that's what I did earlier today. If you want to go check that out, I have it up. I leave up my live streams for about 24 hours, and then I put them unlisted, but you can still check them out later, but it will still be there. Right now, I'm playing Final Fantasy VII Remake, and we are trying to wrap that up. We are now on chapter 15. We have 3 more chapters to go, and then we will be progressing to Final Fantasy 14, because the Endwalker expansion comes out next month, and that's what we're going to be playing for next month. So
thank you
check me out
so
there.
much. Yeah, definitely check out Damaj and I will be putting his link in the description after the show, I promise. Meanwhile, Ancient One is doing an awesome job modding and has the link in the chat, so definitely check that out. Thank you, Ancient One. Script Doctor, you gonna be eating some turkey tonight or tomorrow?
Well, I had the pre-dinner sort of thing earlier today, and then tomorrow we're doing the early dinner. So, yeah,
Excellent.
the early Thanksgiving is going to be tomorrow. It's going to be awesome.
Sweet.
Might be the last time I get to visit my extended family.
Oh
Canada.
no!
Wow.
Enjoy it. Enjoy it.
So yeah, we're gonna try and make the most of it with the time being. But outside of that, yeah, you will be able to find me hanging with a lot of these people. Just follow me on Twitter to see where I'll be at. I always usually retweet awesome streams that you should look at, whether I'm involved or not. So yeah, follow me over on Twitter at ScriptDoctorPhD. And Ancient One has my link to my YouTube channel. So if you want to catch up on some of the things of my analyses and reviews of television and film, go over there. It's quite informative.
Yeah, and worst comes to worst, come back here on Sundays. I will somehow get Script Doctor involved in whatever it is we're doing. This is amazing.
Thank you.
I love.
It's always a pleasure to be invited here.
You're always welcome here, my Canadian friend. You're always welcome here. Teresa, last but not least, I love you, you Rose lady. Tell everyone where they can find you.
Well, you can find me here on Miss Martin Muses. I have some streams coming up on Tuesday, Terror Tuesdays, where we're going to do ghost stories, ghost movies. I'm continuing the book discussion of the Lord of the Rings. We're moving on to the Two Towers next Saturday, and Sporking is going to be continuing with The Winds of Winter on Monday night, so catch me over there, and on OG Star Wars' channel this coming Wednesday to discuss the Truce at Bakura.
There you go. And definitely check out her channel, Teresa's channel. They do a lot of intellectual conversation over there, and I love it. I'm always like lurking in the chats, by the way. You don't see me, but I lurk. I'm like the watcher. I'm like,
well, no, that's fine. Well, thank you. I appreciate it.
You don't know, but I'm watching.
Need to be up on the camera, like.
Totally. That's me. That's me and Teresa's streams.
Yeah, I just finally broke 500 subs, so
hey, congratulations!
I want to start going downhill and get to that 1,000.
Yay! We gotta do that. Definitely. And speaking moistly here for $5 says Justin Trudeau is Canada's turkey.
Yeah.
Let's get him on the table. All right, everybody. Thank you all so very much. Have a great evening. Have a happy Thanksgiving if you're Canadian. And we will all see you all next week. Bye.
Bye.
Later.
It's time for a change.
Royal throne of kings, this sceptred isle, this earth of majesty, this seat of Mars, this other Eden, demi-paradise, this fortress built by nature for herself against infection and the hand of war.
They say Brits play the best villains. But what makes a great villain? Firstly, you need to sound distinct. Speak with an eloquence that lets everyone know who's in charge. Gentlemen. Excellent. Now, a villain should have style. A suit should always be bespoke, razor sharp, like your wit. It's important that a villain has the means to stay one step ahead. World domination starts with attention to detail. Take this tiny switch, for example. It changes everything. Now brace yourselves. This has